are we doing? I can't believe you didn't put on the cheese. You gotta put on the cheese. I got the cheese specifically for you. You can either be the cheese or you can be the egg. I'll give you a choice. Welcome. How Jay, welcome. How are you doing? I just got through a hailstorm. I've never been through a hailstorm, but it was an experience. I will say, at the very least, my internet, my internet did come back up, so very huge. Very huge. Because yes, my lights did go out for a little bit. It was wild. Here's where I am. Cause there was an article going around saying that like 10,000 people were reporting power outages. I'm like, oh. Whoa. So glad that is not me. I will say though, leaving the house is going to be questionable for a little while because I can vaguely see it out my window. I don't know if it's still like that now, but when I vaguely looked out my window earlier, I could see the first floor was kind of flooded. Not a lot flooded, but like kinda. Like a little, like a good amount. Well, it's not like I can't leave, but it does seem like there's a good amount of water that I would rather not have get my chocolate. Hold on, let me pop up the request queue. Let's see. How do I open up request queues? Chat settings. Reveal requests. There we go. Okay. So we have a couple to get through, but I will try my best. I do have to wake up super early tomorrow though, so we will see. I have brought this on myself because wait, there we go. Oh, we have 8. I'll try my best. Hello. No, it's not, unfortunately. How are you doing? You know what? I'm gonna say this now. When not everyone has arrived yet. I have to go to the doctor tomorrow. Something's wrong with my ear. I know. I can tell something's wrong with it. It's always the ear. It's the usual ear. Yeah, I woke up this morning and I was like, something's wrong. Like, I just knew. I just knew something was wrong. Okay, I don't know if it's mold. I don't know if it's mold yet. Because, what's it called? I stuck the cotton bud in it earlier. The first time that I got it with mold, when I would stick the cotton bud in my ear, it would come out black. But this time it doesn't, so I don't know. I don't know if I've caught it early or if it's something else, but there's something wrong. There's something wrong, and I can tell. Because the last time I waited like a week to go to the doctor, so this time I'm gonna catch it early. Use the stick. No, it's a different ear. I only stick scissors in one ear. It's a different ear. It's the other one. Because I have a problem ear, and I have a normal ear. The normal ear is normally what gets the scissors. The problem ear is a problem ear, so I try not to do anything weird with that, but tops off the coolant in my PC. Now I have to say I told you so. Why? What does coolant mean? The problem is what now? I have an ear that's kind of a problem ear. I've had issues with it since I was young. Yeah, my left ear is the problem ear. I've had a lot of things wrong with this ear. Ever since I was 2, 1. So when I was 1 or 2, 1.5 maybe, I had to do surgery on my left ear because there was like an entire water lump in it. I don't know. My mom did not take photos, but apparently there was a lot of water that they had to cut and drain for the ear to be normal again. And ever since then, the ear has been kind of weird. There was a point in time where I would hear sounds in it really often, even though there's no sounds in it. And then there was a time I would get lumps in my earlobes, and you know, like the upper part of your ear, it's called your helix. I would get lumps, like really painful lumps in my helix and my earlobes. That was also a thing. And then, do you hear white noise? Sometimes. And then, oh, you mean previously the sounds no. It was I could hear my own heartbeat, basically. It was like a pulsing sound. It was more of like a kind of sound, like constantly in my ear. That it doesn't happen anymore. I'm not sure if it fixed itself, but there's that. And then, yeah, there is one time there was so much fluid coming out of my ear that when I woke up in the morning, my pillow was soaked. So there's also that. And then another time. Basically, there's a lot. Okay, listen. I have never had a problem with my right ear. Every single problem I've ever had with my ear has always been in the left. And then there was the mold incident that was also in the left ear. Basically, every single time I've been to the hospital for my ear, it's been the left. And now there's something wrong with it, and I can tell. Does it give you a headache? Now it does. Like, it hurts really bad, but I'm being a trooper. Well, it doesn't hurt really bad. I'm not like in like a serious amount of pain, but I can tell there's something wrong. I can tell it's something wrong. I just don't know if it's like I just don't know how bad it is. Cause okay, if I like putting a cotton bud in the ear, it doesn't hurt. But there's, how do I put it? It's not the inner ear that hurts, it's the outer ear, like the, okay, you know how your ears, the back of it hurts a lot. And the upper part of my helix hurts a lot. And it's kind of like radiating down to my jaw. So I know there's something wrong because this isn't the normal type of pain. And I remember what happened when the mold infection happened, so I'm like, well, here we go again. I don't know if it only happened this morning, and the last time I waited a week before I went to the doctor, so maybe. Also, my hearing is not affected. I can still hear, so that's kind of what's because the last time I had the mold infection, I lost hearing in my left ear. But I can still hear now, so I don't know if it's something else. It might be mold, it might just be bacteria, it might just be, someone said moisture buildup is like also a thing. But it isn't wet. I feel like, wait, hold on, let me check both ears. I feel like it is swollen though. It feels swollen, I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty used to, well, it's not leaking water or anything. Does it happen when there's a lot of humidity? I think so. I think that might be it. But yeah, this ear has always been weird. But yeah, it hurts quite a bit. But I will be strong. And I will try my best. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna make a trip to the doc. Sorry, my eyes itchy. Tomorrow I'm gonna make a trip to the doctor just to see. Because the last time, what happened? My ear is acting up. It's the problem ear again. I don't know. It could be earwax buildup, could be moisture buildup. What's up these ears? It's normally not. Like I said, I've been to the doctor a lot of times for this ear. But union mode, I don't know. It's just always kind of been like that. The previous time I had it was a couple years ago, by the way. That was before I moved, so I was still back home when it happened. Oh, I think it was in like 2020. But yeah, my right ear has never had an issue. Never. No issues whatsoever. I've never had a single problem with my right. Now the left. I don't know why. I guess it's just been really prone to infections. Hi, Lyra, welcome. How Dota, welcome. So much so. See now, but I'm kind of worried because this is gonna be the first time I'm going to the doctor in Japan for my ear. So they don't have my medical records. So I don't know. Maybe I can just like tell them verbally. Cause normally they look up my medical records and they're like, oh, this ear is like a problem for you, and I'm like, yeah. I remember the last time I went to the doctor, she was like, oh, you had surgery on this when you were like 1? And I'm like, yes. Yes. There is also that one time that water kept coming out of it, and there was that other time that I just heard things, and there was that other time. But they did a CT scan. They didn't find anything too. I don't know. I guess it's just like, what if it gets infected once when you're a child, then you're just more prone to having more infections as you get older, because it's already like weakened. That's what I think, because yeah, I have never had any problems with my right. Left is the one I have issues with. It hurts. It's radiating down to my. It's hard to explain. Ooh, that part hurts. Ooh, that's not. Maybe I should stop touching it. You know what it feels like? It feels like there's a really big pimple, but there isn't. That's what it feels like. You know when you have a pimple and you press it and it's like, ow, pimple. That's what it feels like, except from what my roommate can see, and I told my roommate to check, there's no pimple, so not very huge. Also, I don't know, I feel like the inside is swollen. It just feels swollen. My hearing's unaffected though. That's feels okay. Maybe I should stop touching it. Feel like touching it is the problem. But yeah, I've always tried to be careful about the left one, but maybe it is an earphone thing. I don't know. They always tell me to like not use in-ears or earpieces that much with my left. I've been told it quite a lot. I've been told that quite a lot. And recently there was like a lot of wax coming out from the left one, so I'm like, and then I woke up today and it was so over. We were fine last night though. Yeah. Anyway, so I gotta go to the doctor tonight. No, not tonight, tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't hurt that bad. It's like a... How do I put it? It's like a distracting type of pain. It's not like a painful type of pain. It's just really, really sore. But it doesn't hurt. See, this is actually why I didn't, this is actually why I don't have any earrings. Like, not earrings. This is why I don't have any ear piercings. Because most people here, you get your ear piercings done when you're like a toddler. Like, that's normal somehow, because like you don't remember it and you're so small. But my mom told me that like after the surgery incident, she didn't dare to mess with my ears anymore. She was like, okay, let's not do that. So she didn't get my ears pierced. And then when I was in middle school, I was like, what about now? What if I were to get my ears pierced now? But then the lumps started happening. I'm like, maybe I should, because I had a friend who pierced her ears and got like a really bad infection. And I was like, I'm already so prone to things being wrong with my ears. I cannot take this risk. Like, it's not gonna go well for me. Oh man, it does hurt though. The part that hurts the most at this point, it's the part behind my ear. You know, like the bones behind my ear, like it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Hopefully I can get away with it with just some eardrops though. I don't know if I want to do the ear vacuum again. Yes, because the first time I had a mold infection, there was an ear vacuum. Honestly, kind of cool, but also they didn't let me keep the mold, which was kind of sad. She basically put this little camera with like a suction thing into your ear, and then it sucks out all of the mold. But no, I did not get to keep it, Lord. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just always like, whenever I say there's something wrong with my left ear, my mom was like, again? I'm like, yes. It doesn't, ooh, okay, that radiated, ooh. It doesn't affect me enough to be considered chronic, I don't think. Oh, but you ever have that thing where every once in a while, your ear just stops working? Like you're hearing perfectly fine, and then your ear like suddenly cuts out for a moment, like it's buffering, and then it comes back. That also kind of happens. You know, like you're here. Okay. You know, like how when you have a cold and your like sinuses are really blocked, sometimes your ears get blocked. I have that, except sometimes it will just happen. Sometimes it just happens, and I'm like, huh. But yeah, I will be strong. I will be strong about this. I don't know how long I'll last this stream. We'll see. We'll see if my ear takes me out. For now, it's fine. It's more annoying than anything. Like I said, it feels like you have a pimple and someone is constantly pressing on your pimple. Like that's the vibes. That's the current vibe. I'm also not sure if it's like pillow ear, because I know yesterday I like slept on my left side the entire night. I'm not sure if it's, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it though. It feels like there's something, more wrong with it. Well, I guess I'll find out tomorrow at the doctor's though. I hope they see me. My roommate is gonna come with me because I'm too baby to go to the doctor on my own. Seion Aera grown it out, but I would rather not go to the doctor on my own if I can help it. Because I'm baby. I would rather not. Man, I wonder how I'm gonna have to explain to them my medical history. Ear, big bubble, water. See, this is kind of what I mean. This is kind of what I mean by like, the only part I struggle with is when I have to explain medical things in Japanese, because like, how do I explain that I had like an infection with a growth and I had to cut open the growth and draw the water out? Like, I can say it, but I can't say it medically. So they're going to hear like a direct translation of, yeah, I had a bubble in my ear and I had to cut it open. But that's a problem for me to figure out tomorrow. I get my mom to book my doctor appointments. I don't know. I honestly have never really booked a doctor's appointment per se. Don't you normally just like walk in? I don't know. Well, I guess if you know in advance that you want to go get checked out for something, you can book an appointment. But for me, I just wake up and then I go and then I hope for the best. Maybe I should book an appointment. Maybe there's always so many people. That's true. Because I do remember having to wait like a considerable amount of time. Maybe I should. I hate doing eardrops though, but I just know they're gonna give me eardrops. I feel like I don't know how to properly insert eardrops. You know, like when the doctor tells you to do something and you're like, am I doing this right? There's something about eardrops that I just feel like I'm not doing it right, because you can't see. Right? Has anyone ever used eardrops? The idea is that you have to get it all the way inside. But I don't know about that. is to guarantee it will happen within the day, especially when you're working and you find it. Wait, that means sometimes if you don't reserve, you can not get it within the day? Wait, so what happens if you wake up sick? Like if you wake up at 9 in the morning and you're sick, and you're like, oh no, I gotta go. Then do you just hope for the best? Do they not have clinics that specialize in like on the day walk-ins? No, but like what if you have to get like the doctor's note for that day? Let's say I wake up tomorrow and I'm feeling ill and I'm like, oh no, I can't go to work. I gotta get the doctor's note for today. I would just like walk into the clinic, maybe wait like, sometimes it's like 2 hours, maybe wait like 2 hours? And then I'll get a doctor's note. Cause waiting more than 1 day is wild. Especially if you're sick. That is wild. I mean, I've had to wait longer without an appointment, but not that long. That is wild. Ugh, sorry, my ear is bothering me. I was thinking like for big issues like moldy ears. Yeah! Okay, so when I had the moldy ear issue, I actually went to one doctor first, and I think maybe I didn't describe the medical condition well enough, because I told them that I have an earache and my ear fuse blocked. So they were like, oh, especially because they didn't have the camera to like look into it. It was just like a small clinic. They're like, oh, you might have a blockage inside your ear. So they flushed it. But it didn't help, so they were like, okay, so clearly there's something else wrong with you. We're gonna redirect you to like the hospital or like the ENT, because I went to like a general practitioner, and then when they redirected me to the hospital, they could only get like an appointment 1 week later, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do for the week? Like what? Like what if it gets worse in the week? Like what am I supposed to do about that? So I waited like 2 days and it got worse. So I was like, okay, so I just went directly to the hospital that they recommended without an appointment, and I was just like, I'll wait. And then I think I waited like 3 hours and I managed to like get them to see me. But like you wanted me to wait a week? Like, come on, what if it got worse in that week? Like, what am I supposed to do? But yeah, in the hospital, they had, like, the camera and everything, so they were able to, like, put it in and be like, ah, it's mold. Very huge. And then, yeah, so they put, like, cream inside. It took, like, 2 weeks. They put cream in the ear, and then I had to have that cream in my ear for a week, and then I went back for her to suck out the cream, and then I had to do, eardrops for a week, and then I was healed. That's what happens to me with a toothache, like growing tortuous toothache, and they're like, so your dentist is out, he'll be back next week. Can't you just go to like a different one? Are you seeing ear mold in those ear Yeah, it looks wild, because I mean, I knew something was wrong when I stuck the cotton bud in my ear and it came out black. I was like, yeah, that's not but now it doesn't have that. It's not black when I stuck it in now, but I don't know. It feels the same like it felt back then. But I did also read that ear infections can either, like, the source can either be mold, like fungus, or normal bacteria. Like it could be either. It just depends on what you've got. So there's a chance it might just be normal bacteria this time around and not mold, but we'll see. I just know it's hurty. I wanted to, but he's my dentist for my braces. Oh. It's wild that I mean, it's not that doctors or dentists are not allowed to go on breaks, but it's wild that they don't even have like at least a backup, you know, like when your teacher doesn't show up and there's a backup. Like there's no backup that can like take on your case. Like isn't the medical information shared? Like they couldn't just like pass it on to another dentist and like show them your braces and stuff? Like what? That is wild. Like doesn't that make more sense? Because as long as you have a medical file and a patient file, like with your medical records, technically shouldn't any dentist be able to operate on you? Right? Like, it doesn't have to be that one guy. Like, what if that one guy is out? Then, like, are all his patients just supposed to... I don't know. That makes like, zero sense to me. Right? Like, that's weird. That seems so odd. I don't know if this is, like, practice in... Is this, like, common practice? Listen, I haven't been to the dentist since elementary school. So I don't know. I don't know if this is common practice for dentists. Tell me, Dragon, welcome. Yeah, I would think they would have a backup dentist. Because, I mean, well, I guess for doctors it's like a little bit different. Oh, Darian. I had mouth surgery literally last month. My back tooth was decaying. Therefore, they pull it out and my root were curved like a hook so that... Thank you for sharing. I will never go to the dentist. Hi, Mr. Cheeto. That'll mean your doctor. Well, but if they're already on vacation, right? If they're on vacation, are all the patients just supposed to, like, wait for a week? I don't know. It sounds not great. How's you, Sleepy? Welcome. My ear is starting to hurt more, and I'm not sure it's because I'm talking and I'm opening my jaw. But we will see what the vibes are like. Why does it hurt so bad? Why? Why is it the moment I start stream it starts hurting more? Is it because I'm talking? Maybe it's because I'm talking. I don't know. They did say to put like a hot compress on the ear, but like where am I supposed to get that? Like where? Yeah, yeah, I think my jaw is stretching it. Maybe. I don't have problems eating though, but yeah, it's the upper part that hurts the worst. The bottom part and the inside is still okay, but the upper part hurts a lot. The best way to describe it, the part that hurts the most is the part where my glasses are touching. Like that part hurts a lot. Should I take off my glass? But can I stream without Oh, I cannot read chat. Oh, I cannot read chat if I take my glasses off. Okay, not an option. Put it back. Put it back! That is wild. Ow. Yeah, it is like the back part. Ooh, not fantastic. See, I did look up online and they were like, oh, it will, unless it's mold, it will heal on its own. But like, I'm not entirely sure it isn't, you know? I'm not entirely sure it isn't mold, so I'm not gonna wait, because the longer you wait, the worse it gets. Took 2.5 hours and the dentist got to have the tooth. See, this is why me and Too Sleepy, we'll just never go to the dentist. I will go to the dentist when I have a toothache. So far, it hasn't happened yet, so... Yeah, I'm trying to think about how I'm gonna sleep tonight with this. A hot compress. What is a hot... How... I guess I can just have something hot and then press it on my ear like that. Maybe that will make it better. Hi, Stimako! How are you doing? I'm still in your keycaps. No! I just changed them. They're so cute. Seion Aera, ear problem extraordinaire. If I come back on Saturday with cream in my ears, you guys will know what has happened. It's one of the most annoying things, because like, I see. It's one of the most annoying things is when my ear messes up, because everything else I feel like can heal on its own. You can figure it out on its own. I hate illnesses that don't heal on its own. Like, what do you mean I gotta go to the doctor for this? I would rather not. Ugh, I hate going to the doctor. I hate having to explain it. I don't know why my expressions look so much funnier without the... I don't know, do under the... I was about to say under the counter. Do over-the-counter painkillers help? Maybe? I don't know. Okay, never mind. You know, we're just gonna draw and then maybe I will eventually ignore the pain or like just forget about it, and then we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the clinic first thing tomorrow, which is like 7. And I really hope that the flooding in the street would have gone down by then. Because if the street is flooded and the buses are not running, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I don't know what you can listen to music. I can't, because I can't put anything in the ear. Yeah, putting stuff in your ear when it's already swollen, you can't do that. You can't do that. And putting headphones on would just press on it and hurt it even more. So, as of now, I can only use my right ear. It's okay. It will work. What I don't like is that the pain is radiating to my head. That alone is kind of not huge. But I will live. Maybe it wouldn't be swollen. No, it's a different ear. I'm actually really careful with my left one because I know it's weird. The one I stick it in normally is like my right. Cause like I know my left ear's weird, so I normally don't do that. I normally don't play around with that one. It's normally my it's normally my right ear that I play around with, but yeah, the left one is not. It's not a vibe. I don't know if it's actually swollen. See, the only way I can test if it's swollen is to put the cotton bud in it, but I also kind of don't want to put the cotton bud in it right now. I can kind of try. Oh, it's swollen for sure. Yup. Yup, it's swollen. Let me see if there's any black residue when I take it out. See, there's no black residue. For now. So maybe we'll be okay. Famous last words though. Famous last words. Because it really does feel exactly the same like it did back then. The only difference now... Whoa, wait. What? What is this? Oh, there's a water lump. I feel it. Oh, so it's you. What is happening? I think I have an ear infection. That's what's currently happening. Oh, there is a little water lump here. Interesting. Well, that's a thing. Anyway. See, the only thing that's different now than it was from when I actually had the mold infection. When I had the mold infection, the most painful part of the ear was inside the ear. And I couldn't hear. That was what happened with the mold infection, but this time the most painful part, like the inside of the ear doesn't hurt. The most painful part is like behind the ear. So I don't know if it's like a slightly different symptom. And my hearing's fine, so I don't know if it's like slightly different. Maybe it's just a bacterial infection. That could be it. I guess we'll find out tomorrow when I actually go to the doctor. Stop touching it. But I don't know. Do you guys ever get injured? Or like something hurts and then you just you have the urge to touch it? It's hard to tell, yeah. Because parts of the pain feels the same, but parts of the pain also feels different. I don't know, whenever I like have a bruise or a pimple, I always like to touch it. Even though it hurts. I don't know. So whenever I have a part of my body that hurts, I kind of want to touch it. I don't know why. I should definitely take my glasses off after stream though. I feel like my glasses pressing onto it, like the back of the ear, is making it worse. Anyway, that's enough about my ear. Someone threw a frisbee at your nose? I had a similar experience. There was one time in middle school we were playing volleyball and someone spiked a volleyball directly into my face. Yeah, interesting experience. Would not want that to happen again. Really lucky that my glasses didn't break. Right at the nose, yeah, like right on my face. Like it hit my glasses and my nose, like the upper part of my face. Like straight in my face. And yeah, my glasses didn't break, but they did like fly off. But I think I was like brittle. Yeah, I got like a nosebleed, but I don't think it hurt much as I was expecting it to. I feel like I was like in a bit of like a state of shock. Like, oh, did that really just happen? To like really register the pain, but I did get a nosebleed. I feel like it's one of those that looked worse than it was. My friend was like freaking out. She was like, oh my god, are you okay? It didn't help that she, you know, like when you throw the ball up and you hit it down, it's called like a spike. She was from the volleyball club and she was the spiker. But we were playing it in like PE class, like gym class. So we were all just normal students playing volleyball, and then she decided to go for her spike and it hit me directly in the face and she felt really bad. How about you still can't change your name back? Okay, let me switch to the drawing screen. Let's make some progress. Okay, let's make some progress. Let's see. Let me bring up the Q. Certified Haikyuu player. Yeah, she was huge. Our women's volleyball team was like really strong. Like they were like national level strong. I remember they made it to nationals and we had to like go and cheer them on, and they were like cheers and stuff that we had to do. I remember that. Okay, Sanzai's next. Blue star. Okay. You got hit! What? Ooh, Darren, you do not have a good accident record. What? That's so scary. I would scream. Well, actually, I don't know. I feel like sometimes when you're in those situations, is it called like adrenaline or like the shock of it? That like you know something has just happened, but like your mind doesn't really process it, so you're kind of like, no, I'm fine, and then you're not fine. Cause one time trigger warning for like small injury related things if you're like not good with that. But one time in middle school, I cut off the top of my finger on accident. I cut off the top of my finger on accident, and I didn't know what to do. So I just wrapped a bandage over it and I called it a day. Didn't even go to the doctor, didn't disinfect it, nothing. I wrapped a bandage over it and I called it a day. And yeah, it hurt really bad, but I was a trooper. It happened on the morning. I remember so clearly. This happened in the morning of my I think it was my university orientation. And we had to, our orientation was a camp. It was a two days? I think it was a two day, no, it was a 3-day, 2-night camp. And that was the morning of said camp. And I cut my finger off. And, well, not my whole finger, sorry, I cut the top part of it off. And I bandaged it up, and I basically had to go to an absolutely dirty campsite after that. So, yeah, really surprised nothing happened to it. Very 10/10 experience. Really can't believe I got out of that. It did hurt though. There was pain. And because it hurt so bad for like a while, I think for the first day or two, I refused to change the bandage because removing the bandage itself kind of hurt. So I just kind of coped. And then eventually my camp counselor saw it. Well, I don't think it was my camp counselor. I think it was like my senior, like a university senior. Because the camp is hosted by the seniors. It's not hosted by like adults, I guess. And they were like, what happened? Like, did you hurt yourself here? And I'm like, no. No, it wasn't here. I came here with this. And then they offered to like disinfect it. Oh, Sanzai! I'm drawing yours now. And then they offered to disinfect it, and I was like, I'd rather you not do that. I'd rather you not disinfect it. I feel like it's gonna hurt more if you do. So can we just not do that maybe? Please don't disinfect it. I will simply live. I will simply live like this. And then yeah, the wound eventually closed up, and it didn't help that I was bleeding throughout the first day as well. But it did eventually close up. Luckily for me. And then now, yeah, the top of the finger grew back. But yeah, I never went to the doctor. See, this is what I mean. Like, if I can heal something without the doctor, I would rather not go. That's why it took me so long to go to the doctor for my ear the first time. Because I was like, it's gonna heal on its own, but it didn't. So this time I'm gonna be smart about it, and I'm gonna go early, so that just in case if something happens, they can help me out. Also because it hurts a lot. It hurts real bad. I'll live though. I will live for Subnautica. Ear mold, it might be ear mold, it might be a bacterial infection. We're not entirely sure. We will find out. I'll keep you guys updated tomorrow. Who lost? Ooh, did she get it back? Like, did they stitch it back? By the way, Sanzai, if you have any pose you want to let me know. But yeah, I woke up today and my ear is messed up. It's one of the chronic well, I don't know if it's significant enough for me to call it like a chronic condition. Cause I don't know, I feel like a chronic condition is used to indicate something a little bit more serious, I guess, like something that affects your daily life more. My ear doesn't really affect my daily life all that much, but every once in a while it does get itself into trouble, unfortunately. She got it back, but she can't move it well. Ooh. You know, I actually think this happened in my elementary school once, actually. It's a very vague memory, but I don't know if this actually happened or if it was like exaggerated, because you know, elementary school students, you do tend to exaggerate, but there was an incident in my elementary school, and I remember seeing the teachers like kind of like freak out about it. Like, apparently one of the girls had her hand caught in a door, and then her finger broke off. And I remember it was like a thing, like everyone was talking about it because, you know, elementary schools, the story spreads, and we did see the ambulance and everything. But the teachers were like freaking out because, yeah, you would freak out if that happened to a student. We're in elementary school, so we're like 7. And someone had her like, had her finger chopped off. I didn't see it happen. I just vividly remember the scene of a lot of teachers gathering around the door, and that's all I saw. And then my form teacher, like my homeroom teacher, was like everyone going to class now. And we're like, okay. And then later we heard from the students in that class that that's what happened. And I was like, what? And I heard that the teachers were like desperately trying to find the finger. Like, they had to bring, because they brought the girl to the hospital first, but they didn't bring the finger with them or something like that, and then they had to like put it in an ice pack and bring it there. Sorry, it's not funny, but I have this memory of this happening in elementary school. Until this day, I don't know if I imagined it or if it actually happened. I do have a memory of it, but I'm not sure if it's one of the things that my elementary school brain exaggerated, but I do remember that kind of sort of happening. Wild though. I actually didn't know that fingers could... Do you know how long it takes for a finger to... That's kind of cute. Do you know how long it takes... How long can you wait after a finger has been dislocated to put it back? Like, what is the time frame? Because I know it can be reattached, but you have to do it like really, really quick. Like, you can waste no time with that. Anyway, I don't know why we're starting this off talking about injuries. Oh, it's because I talked about my ear. Let's talk about something more fun. Let's talk about hailstorms. Let's talk about hailstorms. Also a thing I had to deal with today. Man, it was wild. It was so loud. So Darren, your story's just scaring me. I'm scared. It was so loud. I don't think I've ever seen hail before. But yeah, this is definitely the first time. It was all over the news too because it happened suddenly, like there was no warning. Because normally if we have something like a typhoon or a hailstorm, normally they do give like a significant warning for it in a couple of days before. But yeah, this time there was just no warning, so we just had to be surprised and cope. Gonna have you lying down here. Hills ice, yeah! So currently you can still kind of see it, but outside basically all the houses' roofs are covered in ice. Oh, okay, Lyra. She's stopping by. Yeah, all the roofs are covered in ice, and because it was hailstorm has ice and water kind of mixed together, right? So basically my entire street flooded. Like it was bad. It was bad. It was really heavy and all the trains have stopped and everything, and then my lights went out. So yeah, today in general, maybe not a great Seion A day. A lot of things happened today. Hopefully it'll be better before tomorrow, cause when I looked at the first floor of my apartment, it was still like sorta kinda flooded. I don't live on the first floor though, I live on a higher floor, but I was like looking out the window to see if like the bottom was flooded. It kinda was. Kinda was. 42 degrees is wild. Yeah, I've been hearing it's been like really, really bad in like the Philippines or like Malaysia. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for Japan to enter summer. And by that I mean I hope it never comes. It's gonna be so bad. I'm just gonna like not leave my house. You know what? I'm just gonna not leave my house the entire summer because, yeah, not gonna do that. I wish you feel about it. I wish you feel better for me, okay? I will, after I visit the doctor tomorrow, I should be fine. The annoying thing about ear infections is just how long they take to heal for the most part. But it should be okay. Famous last words. Should be fine. It's just annoying how much... Yeah, the area of the pain is just so different from where it is. Well, I mean, I would rather the upper part of my ear hurt than the what's it called? Than the inner part of my ear to hurt. Because the inner part, when it aches, it hurts really bad. I remember when I had the mold infection, it hurt really bad, but the annoying thing about the type of pain now is that it's radiating to my head. Like, I need my head. I need it at least half capacity, please. I know it doesn't always operate at full capacity, but I need... I need it to operate at least a little bit. Okay. And you wanted a hoodie, so... I'm not gonna do the hoodie. I'll do... hoodie. Okay, I can't really do like a hoodie per se, cause I don't think you can see the hood that well. Hold on. Oh, hoodie. Let's do more like a... Look how good you can draw. Thank you. This is by no means an artist though, by the way. Disclaimer, I'm not an artist. Kinda looks like a onesie, but you know what? That's cute and I will take it. See, cause I can't really draw the hood, cause, well, I guess it, yeah, I don't know, I feel like I just covered too much of the face. How's that, Ben? Welcome. I'll just have it like down like that. How are you doing? Okay, kinda cute. Just that. Wait, let me look at your request again. Hold on, let's see. You wanted... What color is royal blue? Hold on, let me Google this. What color is royal blue? Royal blue. Oh, that's a very specific blue. I see. Okay, okay. Hold on. Maybe we can color pick this. Thank you for following, Alaka. Ah, that's weird. Welcome. How are you doing? Oh wait, I just realized I don't have to stream. I'll add them later. Hold on. Let me get this royal blue. Royal blue. Okay. Screenshot it. Put it in here. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'll use it for the little tummy. Alright. Now. I am just tail wiggling. Hello, Great Trim. How are you doing? Okay, by the way, if any of you have not redeemed your pigs yet, you can do that in the channel points. I should have the redeem enabled. They might not all get done on stream. It kind of depends on how many per stream I manage to get done. But they will all get done eventually. There we go. Okay. Wait, is that too? No, it's correct. Okay. Very huge. Just Seion Aera glasses. Very huge. Oh, the pictures. Wait. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Stream avatar. Sorry. This one. There they are. Oh, that really blocks the chat. Okay, wait, hold on. Maybe we'll put it like that. And then I'll have it behind, maybe? Okay, you can only kind of see half of them. You guys just gotta move over to the right side. You just move over to the other side. You'll be fine. Need more bombs. The channel reading for what? I'm currently drawing everyone in the community as a little pig. If you want to be drawn in the art, there's a redeem where you can give me like the information of like what you want your pig to look like, etc, etc. Actually, I'm gonna use royal blue for the hoodie since you don't really have the tummy thing. Okay. I think anything you do is amazing. Thank you. Trying my best. Seion Aera art. You gotta earn cash monies. You gotta earn cash monies. But yeah, there it is. There's the redeem. Just give me the information in the redeem, and you will get added. Oh, that, yep. I'm gonna try and fill this with as many Nebulites as possible. So if you want to be in the art, just send the redeem my way, and I will see. I have it in the channel request, so don't worry if you do it today and we don't get to yours today, because I will be able to see it for next stream. I don't know how many we can get done today. We'll see. I will attempt to be more, what's the word? Productive than I usually am. Okay, let's use royal blue. Poopa, yours is not there yet. Hold on, let me look at you in the queue. You are 2 after Sanzai. So yours will probably be done today. As well. Probably. I mean, I don't think I'll be that slow. I should be able to get it done. I want to at least get maybe 4 or 5 if I can. Double gold. Ooh, double gold earring on left ear. Okay. Sound with glasses I had very good things said about the glasses. I really hate wearing glasses in real life though. I don't know. Trying to wear glasses and then trying to have makeup on is like not a vibe. Also, I think I just look really, really nerdy. I think I just look really, really nerdy with glasses. I am not a glasses girl. Aw, cute! Okay. Nose color. You look very blue. Color. Oh, wait, is that not? No, it is the right layer. What? Oh, okay, I see. Not a glasses girl, but you are owl girl. Yes, I am. So cute. Okay, then this layer. Let's do a little bit of. Yup, we got an eye. Do a little bit of this. Oh no, that's not. Nope, that is also. Wait. What is that? Did this layer that's weird? Ah, there we go. Okay. We want to do soft, maybe a little bit less yellow. Henna, I drew yours already. I drew. Oh yeah, you haven't been in an art stream in a while. I drew the mods first. Yours was the very first one I drew, but you weren't here for it. I can change it to cheese. I can change it to cheese, but I will say I did work very hard on this sunflower. Look at you, you're eepy. This is Lyra, by the way. Trying her best. This is Slayboy playing in dirt. That's so me and Krabs is poking you as you are eepy. That is the vibes. These are the vibes. But yeah, I drew the mods first. Oh no, that's not. No. Bring the opacity down just a little. Just a little. Okay. His money chain, I know. Okay, and then let's color in your nose. Me having to draw this money chain each time. I also need you to know you were drawn using a brush that's called a cheese pen. It's a cheese pen. Okay. Considering you're wearing a hoodie, you've made it significantly easier for me to draw. Oh, I forgot your tail! Well, you're actually lying on it, so I guess that's fine. Yeah, you're lying on it. It's fine. Oop. I am cheese. Soy la... You should... Wait, Hannah, you need to learn this. Soy la mujer queso. Soy la mujer queso. You need to start using that in daily life. Hello, welcome. How are you doing? Soy la mujer queso. Please start using that. It's very important. Soy la mujer queso. Yes. We're doing the dishes. Could not be me. Are you enjoying the plush? Is your dog enjoying it? Welcome back, Sanzai. I think you're done. Eepy. Very eepy. Okay, let me rotate you so that you're lying down on the carpet, on the picnic blanket. Yes. Okay, very huge. My dog just sniffed it and laid back down. Is he not interested? Man? Okay. Lollipop is next. Okay. let's see. Grass or gray, tail shape with diamond. Okay, wait. I think they wanted to be holding a chainsaw. Let me check. Hmm. Yeah, they wanted to be holding a chainsaw. Now, do I know? Do I know how to draw a chainsaw? Guess we'll figure it out. You can't have a Seion lap pillow, but my legs are up! The flushing smell does it? Oh yeah, I guess it's because I put it inside the the plastic box. I don't know, I just felt like having the box would be, I mean, they weren't that expensive, but I kind of felt like I'd add the handle along with it. Okay. Chainsaw. Chainsaw. Okay, chainsaw. So chainsaw. Chainsaw. Okay. Chainsaw. I'll draw them here. I'm gonna have to look at what a chainsaw looks like. They say if they want to cut trees or bridge. I don't know. But a chainsaw was requested. Oh, you want to hold a mango? Okay, let me add that in. Thank you for the headband. Have a good day at work. Hold on. Let me. Okay, he wants a mango. Okay. Here we go. Maybe I'll have you... Ooh, maybe I'll have Lollipop facing Jeremy with the chainsaw. No particular reason. Just, I don't know. Felt like it'd be a good time. No, that's not... Hi, Kaitsu, welcome! How are you doing? Okay. And then... Seion Aera unable to draw a straight line! You've eaten 4 mangoes in a week? I'm jealous. Wish mangoes were cheap and affordable. Because as much as I hate vegetables, I actually really like fruits. I actually really like fruits, but they're so expensive. I did have a couple of melons today, though. Ooh, finals is this month. Good luck! Wait, didn't you say that you already got into, like, I'm not sure if it was university, but didn't you say you already got into, like, school, though? If that's the case, can you not just, you know, can you not just, like, flunk? Is that not a thing? Because I'm just saying, if you already know, if the school... if you already know what school you're going to. No? Is that not a thing? Is that not how that works? Because that was how it worked for me. Oh, that's not. That is very much not. Because when I was in middle school, I remember my high school had already been decided. Like, I had been accepted early. In middle school, so for my middle school finals, I just kind of like, because I mean, I already got into the school. The whole point of the examination is for you to get into the school, and I already had, so I was like, you know what? It's fine. Hi, Ice Cream, welcome. It's been a while. How you doing? Go. Okay, perfect. Okay, now, chainsaw. Chainsaw! Oh, you can't transfer points like that. Oh. Oh, you're one way away. Oh. Sorry. I thought you were already graduating and moving. My bad. Okay, then don't skip it. Don't skip it. School is important. Stay in vegetables. Eat your school. Seion Aera gives legitimate health advice here. Says the girlie whose ear canal is probably swollen to twice the size. It doesn't help that it's so itchy. Oh, it's so itchy. I'm doing everything I can to not scratch it. Whoa. Yeah, stay in vegetables. Eat your school. Good advice. Okay, what is a chainsaw? I'm gonna Google it. Okay, chainsaw. Chainsaw. Ah, that looks somewhat complicated. Okay, no. Chainsaw cartoon. Chainsaw cartoon. That is also complicated. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Let me draw the chainsaw first. And now draw the hands around it. Gingerbread house. Have you guys actually ever seen a gingerbread house? Is that a thing that people actually do? Because I have actually never come across a gingerbread house ever in my life. And I feel like I'm missing out. Front face of Pochita? What does that mean? Okay, this kind of looks like a chainsaw. You hold on the handle on the top, right? Arya, why is your request... Why is your request just... Oh god. Could I get some descriptors, please? I got overwhelmed. If I could get some descriptors, that will really help. Thank you. One time I built a gingerbread house and then I realized I don't like the taste of it. Lego would have been better. I have never built a gingerbread house. That is not really a tradition here. I will say I do kind of want to though. It sounds like a good time. Oh, it's expensive to get the ingredients. Isn't it normally like a pre-made kit? Like, isn't there a gingerbread house making kit? Ooh, I will say though, I'm not a huge fan of ginger. I don't know how I would feel about the ginger part of the gingerbread. Not like the biggest fan. Didn't have pre-made kits? I don't know. Maybe I'll switch around in Japan. Maybe they do have pre-made kits. I don't know. I'm definitely not gonna build it from scratch though. Yeah, that looks like a chainsaw. How would you hold it? How does one hold a chainsaw? Do you hold this part of it? I'm assuming this is the part to hold. How do you hold a chainsaw? Wait. How is a chainsaw normally held? As you guys can probably tell, I've never held a chainsaw. Oh, you touch the bottom? It's on the top and the back? So maybe here? Like the bottom? You support it here, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah. Yeah. This looks like it could potentially be a health hazard, but we won't talk about that. She's an artist. I am an artist. I actually did used to do digital art back in the day, though. That's why I'm like kind of sort of used to using a tablet and like comfortable with like CSP and stuff like that. Well, I guess I did draw my first model. Hello, Amaranth, welcome. How are you doing? I feel like I made Lollipop a little bit smaller than Jeremy, but it's fine. I drew on the wrong layer. That's okay. Let me... I figured... Okay, let me cover that. Bubble tea? Okay. Sorry, I gotta put that in my own personal Discord so I don't forget later on. Okay. There we go. Okay. Because, yeah, there's a chance that I won't be able to do them... Oh, no, that's wrong. There's a chance I won't be able to do them on stream because there's a lot, so some of them I might end up doing off stream. And I know that on Saturday I want to play Subnautica. Hopefully my ear pain subsides by then, and then I will be at full power. But yeah, it's starting to hurt a lot more. I'm getting a little concerned, but I will power through. I have this. I'm Seion Aera. Subnautica 2, yeah, it's coming out. Actually, it's out in about 2 hours. Hopefully it's not an ear infection. It is an ear infection, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure. But when I go to the doctor tomorrow, we will figure it out. I was just telling Chad at the start of stream how I have a really bad left ear. It's just kind of always been like that. Like ever since I was a baby. The first surgery I ever had, well, actually the only surgery I ever had was on my left ear when I was a baby. And ever since then, I've just kind of had problems with it. Infections, sometimes there's water bubbles, other times there's... I don't know, other times there's... What else happened? Oh yeah, weird sounds. Just a day in the life of Seion Aera. But yeah, the last time it was a mold infection. That was like a couple years ago. But now that it's happened once, I'm assuming it can happen again. So I'll go to the doctor tomorrow and see what they say. Because yeah, my left ear produces like a ridiculous amount of water, like a not normal amount of water. So even though I don't swim, I'm very, very prone to swimmer's ear. Cause I have very wet ears. I'm kind of like a dog. I'm a little bit like a dog. Oh, there we go. Yeah, one time so much water came out from my ear that I woke up in the morning and my pillow was wet. I was like, what? And then I stood up and then my entire ear was covered in water. Like my ear canal was filled with water, so I put in like tissues. So I put tissue papers in my ear. You know like how when you put tissue papers in your nose when you have a runny nose? I put tissue papers in my ear when I have a runny ear. It happens. Sometimes the ears, they be running. They be running. It just happened. Yeah, it's huge. Swimmer's ear. Yeah, I think I might have got it again. So tomorrow I'll go to the ear doctor tomorrow and see what they say. I'm hoping it's just normal swimmer's ear, because the last time, like I said, it was a mold infection, which is significantly more troublesome to deal with. So I hope this time it's just like, yeah, it's a bacterial infection. I'll be like, okay, just give me the eardrops. I've played these games before. I know what I'm up for. I've played these games before. Because normally I feel like they say you don't have to go to the doctor if, normally they say if the pain clears up on its own in 3 days, then you don't have to go to the doctor. But the last time this happened to me, like I said, was mold. And I ended up having to wait like maybe 3-4 days because I couldn't get the hospital to see me right away. And it ended up getting pretty bad along the way, so I'm like, you know what? You know what? I'm going to preempt this. I'm going to preempt this time. I will simply go to the doctor early, and then I will win. You're considering ear piercings? See, this is exactly why I don't have ear piercings. Exactly why, because I've been so prone to ear infections that I'm like, no, I can't. Because to be honest, I really want ear piercings. I want to be able to wear earrings, like if I'm being really honest. How are you doing? Like I really want to wear ear piercings, but with the history of my left ear, my right ear's completely fine, but with the history of my left ear and the infections I've gotten in it, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I'm not sure if it's medically accurate to be like, I don't know if it's medically accurate to say that if you have an infection or if you have a surgery at a really young age, the immune system for that part is kind of compromised. I'm not sure if that's medically accurate, but I will say I've had problems with my left ear my entire life. So I'm not sure if my left ear is just weaker in some ways than my right is, or if there's just like something wrong with it. Because when I was a child, it was the exact same problem. I had to do surgery when I was 1.5 because according to my mom, there was a lot of water and there was just so much water, and then my ear started to swell, and it just kept swelling and swelling and swelling when I was 1.5. And it turned out that it was like an abscess, so they had to cut it and drain the fluid or whatever. And so that's like stated in my medical records. So whenever I go to get something checked on my ear, they're always like, oh, I see that you had this surgery when you were a child. I'm like, yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, clip-ons! I know! I have been wearing clip-ons if I want to wear earrings, but don't they hurt so bad? Do you not feel like they hurt? When I first use them, they're pretty okay, but then like 2 hours in, they hurt so bad that I just have to take them out. It's just always been like that for me. It's just not comfortable. And yeah, I just always kind of end up taking them out. I'm not sure if it's because my ears are just sensitive, but yeah, after the whole surgery thing, my mom was like, because normally here you would pierce your child's ears when they're toddlers or when they're babies. It's kind of normal for girlies. Most of my friends, they had their ears pierced when they were babies, but I didn't. Because my mom was terrified after the surgery to have anything to do with my ears, because apparently like the recovery for the surgery was also like pretty long. Like I had to go back multiple times to like check on the surgical wound and everything, because I still have a scar from it. I can't see it because it's at the back of my ear, but apparently I still have a scar. So yeah, from that point on, my mom was like, yeah, you're not getting your ears pierced. And then throughout middle school, when I was starting to think about maybe I want to pierce my ears, I still had the same problem. Like there was just a ton of fluid buildup and a ton of abscesses in my ears, like still. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm just not destined to have my ears pierced. It's fine. It's fine. Because I had a friend who pierced her helix and she got an infection, and I was like, ugh. I also had a friend who pierced her belly button who also got an infection, and I'm like, not the vibe. They definitely do, right? I tried to have it loose. Like when I put it on, I do try to like loosen it up a little bit, but I feel like it doesn't help. I feel like after a while, especially, have you ever tried the magnet ones? The magnet ones hurt so bad. At least the clip-ons, you can kind of loosen them up a little bit. I did that once and I loosened it up until it wasn't painful anymore, but then unfortunately they fell out. So I guess that's also a problem. The magnet ones, they hurt so bad. So yeah, now I've just resigned myself to the fact that I don't think I'll ever be able to wear like good earrings. At least not for extended periods of time. But my hair is also really, really long. Well, not really long, but my hair often covers my earlobes anyway, so I feel like there's It's okay. It's okay. There's no specific point of me wearing earrings anyway. But yeah, the MAGA ones hurt so bad. Ooh. I mean, a part of me does still want like ear holes, but yeah. I don't want it that bad. Like I want it, but not that bad. Okay, let me erase this too. Okay, chainsaw vibe. I want Henna's chicken curry. I'm actually really hungry. I may have made the mistake of not eating before stream because ugh. Very hungry. And tomorrow I gotta wake up at 7 for the doctor. I don't wanna, but I have plans tomorrow, so I also don't wanna like go there and have to wait like hours. So I just want to be the first person through the door and be like, hey, my ear hurts. Do something about it. My ear hurts. Please do something about it. Give me put the camera in my ear. Put the vacuum cleaner in my ear, please. Is it mold? I need to know. Why is this one slightly? It's the same brush, right? Why is this color so? Yeah, it's the same brush. Why is this one like a different color? I guess it's just the weight of the brush. Wait, let me go over it again. See, this is what happens when you don't name your layers. Huh. How do you manage to stream so much, care for community, and also work? You got any advice? I heard about the dustbin situation. That's an interesting question. I don't know. I just kind of do. I think at this point, streaming and working is kind of baked into my schedule. So I don't really think that much about it. Hi, Anonymous, welcome. How are you doing? Like my daily, okay, so the daily Seion Aera schedule is that she, yeah, that looks right. That looks correct. The daily Seion Aera schedule is that she wakes up at about 10 or 11. She works until 8:45. And then she streams at 9, and then she finishes at 12 or 1. And then I go to sleep and I do it again the next day. That's pretty much how that goes. And then sometimes I also just don't sleep enough. I'm not getting a healthy amount of food, and I'm not getting a healthy amount of sleep. So there's also that. I don't know, but I guess I'm just kind of used to it. Yeah, cause like thank you for Andre, welcome. Write it down. Cause even on days when I don't stream, I do end up sleeping late either way. So I feel like this is not a sleeping situation. I think I'm just used to it. But yeah, I mean that's basically the reason I'm not a full-time streamer. If you're a full-time streamer, I do think people like they can stream more and they can probably like do more shorts and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I am not. How you doing, Andre? Welcome. So I do just kind of have to like balance my time well, but I think it also helps that I don't have much of a social life. I have a little bit of a social life, but not a lot. So I don't often have like once work is done, I basically just have I have the rest of the days to myself. So if my work ends at 8:45, right? Like ends at 9, let's just say 9. Realistically, what am I going to do? Like if I wasn't a streamer, what would I do from 9 to bedtime? Probably just like watch videos, watch TV, play games. Right? So instead of that, I just stream. And I mean, I feel like I could just play games on stream, you know? It's the same thing. The only thing about it that's cuz streaming is not actually the part that's rough. The part that's rough is when you gotta When you gotta do things outside of streaming. Like when you gotta go over your VODs to find clips. When you have to record for a cover. When you have to spend hours editing something. Like that's normally the difficult part. It's not the streaming itself. That's the thing that's hard to find time for. And then you gotta mix the song, and then you gotta record for like your offline content, like for example shorts and stuff like that. Oh, I forgot to add your blush. I just noticed. Wait, sorry. Let me go back to Sanzai real quick. That's normally the tough part, I would say. Just going live and streaming, honestly, is pretty okay. It's definitely not the most time-consuming thing. Because all I'm doing is doing the things I would do leisurely anyway, like play a game or talk, and I'm just doing it on stream instead. But I guess it does get tiring sometimes. Like I do get relatively eepy. Like today, I don't know, today's kind of like a sleepy day for me. I think it's because of the pain in my ear. Maybe I'm like not, I feel like I'm not as energetic as usual. But, listen, on the day of a streamer, because I thought about, I mean, I didn't really think about canceling, but I was like, ear pain is not that big of a deal. As long as I can sit on my desk, it's not that big of a deal. If I can't sit at my desk, that's normally when I do cancel. Sitting at the desk is the most important part. If I can sit on the desk, I can stream. That's my logic. The only time is like when I get a really, and this happens to me sometimes, like when I get a really, really bad migraine. I have anemia, so sometimes I'm prone to like really, really bad migraines. The ones where I can't sit at the desk, that one is the biggest problem. Because I'm like, man, I just want to lie down. You know what? I wish there was a way. Hear me out. I wish there was a way where you could lie down and stream. Can you imagine that? So you would lie on your bed. You would lie down on your bed, and all of your computer and everything will be fixed to the ceiling. And then you'll be able to lie down and stream. Oh. And then your mouse would be at a 90-degree angle, so you just like lie down like that. That sounds like a good idea. Can someone do that? Because I feel like then even when you're sick, you can stream. Very huge. You wouldn't even have to sit down. I need that. But yeah, the other day I went to the mall. Not the other day, this was a while ago, but I was going to the mall, and you know, we just kind of like walk through the mall, look at things, and we were in a furniture shop with my friends, and they were selling the type of beds that when you press buttons, kind of like the ones you see in the hospital when they press buttons and you can move your body up and then move the body back down, and then you can like the one with the moving bed. I was like, I need that. I was like, I need that. Please, I need that so bad. I need that. I want that for my daily life. I guess it would also be a problem though, because I just like never leave. I think there is a NASA study, they pay you for that. Yeah, there was a NASA, I'm not sure if it was NASA, but there was a study where it was a clinical trial and they will pay you for lying down for, what was it, 8 hours a day or something? I think it was more. I was like, man, that sounds like a good time. Because I've participated in clinical trials before, but... Well, not clinical specifically, but I've participated in, like research trials when I was in college, because a lot of teachers, they do like research, so they ask you to participate in the research. So I've done it before, but we didn't get cash monies. And it was boring. All we had to do was like answer questions. That's not the type of study I want to do. I want to lie down for 10 hours. What is the longest amount of time you guys have ever slept in one sitting? Because mine is 18. Like, there was one time I was just so tired. After, like, doing a whole bunch of stuff, and then I went to sleep, and then I woke up 18 hours later, and I was like, damn. But I felt absolutely horrible. Like, my head hurt so bad. Turns out endless amount of sleep is also not really a good thing. Question mark? Question mark? So sorry, let me hydrate. I just realized that I made the same mistake today that I made yesterday. I think I'm trying to think back to confirm, but I think I may have forgotten to eat today. I think I may have forgotten. Wait, did I eat today? I think I had some melons, and that was about. I think I've had 100 grams of melons, and is that why I'm so hungry? Did I eat something else today? I can't remember. My brain's so... 13? How did you feel afterwards? I have this theory. You know how people always say that it's good to get like a lot of hours of sleep? Like you really gotta sleep a lot. I have a theory that that is simply not true. Because I feel the same amount when I've slept from... I feel the exact same when I've slept for 5 hours versus when I've slept for like 12. I feel the exact same. The only difference is that I've now lost 12 hours. So I don't know, I feel like sleeping is kind of like a scam. You get a bad headache, right? So isn't it just better to sleep less? I've been wondering, because you know how they say like more sleep is always good? I don't know. What is like the ideal amount of sleep? I know people normally say 8 hours, but genuinely I feel the exact same after an 8-hour sleep versus a 5-hour sleep. There is no difference. I physically do. I guess maybe you have to do it for a longer time? Do you think? Lollipop, I'm drawing you! Welcome! What do you guys think? Is it maybe you have to sleep consistently for 8 hours for like 2 months to see the effects? Do you think maybe that's it? Because every single time I've tried to sleep earlier, I've tried to sleep longer, I feel the exact same, sometimes even worse than I do when I sleep for 8 hours. So I don't know. I don't really believe the good sleep. You feel better for 4 hours? Sorry, for 5 hours? Yeah. 3 months? Like, I would have to sleep early for 3 months? Sorry, I was like, yeah, I'd have to get 8 hours to sleep for 3 months. I feel like that's not possible. I feel like physically that's not possible. Well, maybe it's possible. Okay, so... let's think about this. If I want to sleep for 8 hours and I have to wake up at 11 every day, I would have to go to sleep... or maybe I'd have to be in bed by 11 minus 8. Okay, let's say 3. I have to be asleep by 3. Asleep by 3. But you don't always like fall asleep straight away. So let's say I have to be in bed by 2. So I would have to end stream at 1. And then I have 1 hour to do like post-stream stuff. And then... sleep. Maybe. It'll be tight. It'll be pretty tight. But maybe I could do that. I mean, it does sound possible if nothing else. It just depends on like how much post-stream stuff I have to do. For example, yesterday we went to no, we didn't go, sorry. Yesterday we ended at, I think it was a 4.5 hour stream, right? Yesterday we ended at 2:30. But I only got into bed at 5. Because I was doing stuff after stream for 2.5 hours. So it really does depend on like how long the post-stream stuff will last. Thanks, Bobby. Happy welcome. How are you doing? Okay, let me look at your colors again. Oh, you have Ninet's emotes. Hi. Grass or gray? Grass or gray? Okay. Grass or gray? grass or gray? Where's the tummy layer? Here we go. Grass or gray? Okay, grass is maybe kind of like this. How are you doing? Welcome! Disclaimer, not an artist, just having fun. Okay, like that. A fellow Nanette fan. We love Nanette here. My girly. She's my girl. I've been thinking of commissioning her for mascot emotes. I hope she's not here. I'd be very embarrassed. Nanette, I hope you're not here today. But if you are, I've been thinking. Your girlie has been thinking. I don't know, I just feel like... But at the same time, I think we're out of emote slots. I think we've been out of emote slots for a while, which is kind of unfortunate, not gonna lie. Smallpox, how are you doing? I feel like the layer is in the wrong place. Wait. Okay, wait, no, sorry, this is the clip layer. I just realized how embarrassing it is for Nanette viewers to be watching me do art. I just realized how embarrassing it is for the Lambees to be watching me do art. Please forgive me for what you're seeing on your screens. Please forgive me. I am not... I'm unfortunately extremely unskilled. Oop, okay, what were we talking about? What was I just talking about? We were talking about sleep. We were talking about what the right amount of sleep is for each night. Maybe if I like actively try to get 8 hours of sleep. No, okay, but then you know what else I've heard? I've also heard people say like you not only have to get 8 hours of sleep when you get the 8 hours of sleep is also important. I don't think I necessarily believe this, but I have heard that sleeping from, for example, okay, sleeping from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., that's also 8 hours, right, is good, but sleeping from 5 a.m. to 1 o'clock is not good, even though they're both 8 hours. Something about your body knows when it's dark, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I'm not sure I personally believe that. Do you guys believe it? Because I've heard this more than once. That like it's not only the hours, but when you sleep. So like sleeping early is still important. I don't know. I really don't know if I necessarily believe that. Cause like how does your like it's the same 8 hours. Okay, I guess the argument is that if it's dark, like the moment it starts to get dark, your body starts to want to rest. And when it's light out, your body doesn't get as quality of sleep versus when it's dark. But like I have blackout curtains, so does that matter? I don't know. Does anyone know the science behind it? Most important thing I've heard recently was more important is that you stop okay, I don't drink coffee, so that's not really a problem for me. That's not necessarily true, right? Because I have heard this multiple times that like it's not the amount of hours, but like you actually do have to sleep at a respectable time, like before it gets dark. But I'm like, really not too sure I believe that. Because I swear I'm more active at night. Like I'm so much more energetic and creative at night than I am in the morning. It's honestly a problem because sometimes I will get stuck on a work thing just because my brain is just not functioning. Like I can't think of the design I want to do. I can't think of how I want it to look like. And then suddenly at night, at 1 a.m. I'll be like, wait, I know exactly what I want to do. And then I'll just log into my work and then I'll do it. I'll be like, yes, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I'm genuinely just so unproductive in the mornings. Like when the sun is up, but when the sun goes down, suddenly I'm like, yes. Hi, Mimit, welcome. From a scientific perspective, any fixed sleeping schedule with enough sleep is a good schedule. So as long as let's say from now on we sleep at 3 and I wake up at 11. Maybe that will be good. Maybe it's time for me to actually attempt a good sleeping schedule. I don't know, it just gets thrown off by so many factors. It just, as a VTuber, it can, well, not only as a VTuber, but I guess just any person, it can feel like such a waste to go to bed. Where did the tail go? Because I have so many things I could be doing. Oh, there's the tail. So many things. There you go, Lollipop. Ready for murder. I'll put you very close to Jeremy. Or maybe close to Rika? No, I'll put you... Ooh, what if I put you, like, behind the tree? I know, it's kind of like a hidden... Or behind the grass. Wait, can I actually put you behind the grass? Because I think that'll be kind of funny. Just a dude with a chainsaw. Okay, wait. Can I like hide you in the Yes! There's just a thing with a chainsaw. No, that's kind of cute. I kind of like that. I'll put you here, just like a hidden. Yes, okay. I always get great ideas in bed trying to sleep. Yeah! Back when I was still... Well, I mean, I still kind of do it now. But back when I was writing music, I would always get the best top line ideas when I'm in bed. So I would, like, force myself to wake up and record the top line in my, like, audio notes. And then so now I just have, like, a whole bunch of top lines in my audio notes. And then it's probably about your circadian rhythm. Do you do it consistently or do you keep... Sorry, or do you like keep changing it every time you sleep? For the most part, I have never... Can you make the chainsaw poke out? I think I can. Give me a moment. I have never slept before midnight. Never. Like, that's just the life I live. That's really just the life I live. Okay, marking Lollipop is complete. Poo-poo's next. Okay, let me erase some grass. Yeah, I've just never ever slept before 12, but isn't that true for most people? I guess if you're like a normal, quote-unquote normal person and you're not chronically online and you have a family and you have like a job maybe you sleep at better hours, but I feel like people who naturally gravitate towards the online space and like games, like everyone just has like a really, really bad... Oh, that's unfortunate. Everyone just has like a really, really bad sleep schedule, right? No? Is it just me? I don't know. Do you guys sleep like a good amount of sleep each night? Cause I know people like, I think Jeremy's not here today, right? I think Jeremy, he wakes up at like 5 AM for the Seion Aera streams. Like, I know some of you have to wake up at really, really wild timings for the Seion Aera streams, which is wild. I don't know if I'd wake up early in the morning for a streamer. My wife and I, we wake up at 4:30 to 5 every morning, so we get tired around 9 at night. Really? And have you had that like for a really long time? Genuinely, how does it feel? Like, do you really wake up every day energized? Because I genuinely want to know. I mean, as you can tell from this conversation, I have a really, really bad sleep schedule. But for me, I've just taken it as normal. Like, I've just taken it as fact. I've accepted it. But you do always hear about it, right? That to have a good life rhythm and like for your health, you really should. Thanks for following, my God. How you doing? Like, you really, really should have a good sleep and consistent sleep for health reasons. I hear that so much. So I feel like it has to be too. It's like how they say, like, if you're struggling with your mental health, exercising can really help. Now, I don't know if I specifically believe that either. I can't say for sure. But it's one of those things that people do say, right? And I've just kind of been wondering. Like, will I really feel better health-wise? Like, will I feel less tired? And will my head hurt less? If I were to actually commit to, like, having a good sleep schedule? Because, I talked about this a little bit before you came in, but I feel the exact same when I sleep for 5 hours versus sleeping for let's say 10. I feel the exact same. Sometimes I even feel worse after I've slept for a long time. So for me, I just don't feel the trade-off is valid. If I lose an extra 5 hours and I still feel horrible, then I'd rather use the 5 hours to do something else. This is kind of how I've come to see it, which I do realize is kind of a weird concept, but sorry, I have Poo-Poo's request in my phone, so let me. Poo-Poo wanted Aera style blue and gold star dookie. Okay, got it. Exercise does help my boyfriend with exercise does help my boyfriend with exercise. Exercise does help my boyfriend with stress. There we go, with stress. But I just think it's boring. I can't exercise. I'm just not. I'm just not an exercise person. I can't. I just feel so not good when I have to exercise. Like when I think about how I have to exercise, I'm like, oh. Well, I love to walk though. That's the thing. That's why I always try to leave the house to go to like the convenience store every night. Because at least I'm leaving the house and kind of like walking around. As opposed to like, cause I have a desk job and I stream, right? So I'm sitting down for like 14 hours a day, which I know is not good. So I do try to find the time to like walk around. But something like a gym or like a physical on the spot, like for example a treadmill, I can't. I can't. It's just not the vibe. Okay, Poo-Poo, let's have you here. That's because you haven't accumulated enough sleep debt. Once you keep sleeping only 3... Yeah, oh no, you mean like after months... Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I think so too. I have had like minimal sleep debt though. Like I've had sleep debt in like smaller bursts because there was 1 week, I remember, it was the week of the Donathon. Where I was sleeping because I was preparing for the 3D live, right? So I was sleeping like 4 hours-ish a night. And then when the weekend rolled around, I slept for like 14 hours straight. And I still felt horrible. Still felt horrible, but I did sleep for like a whole 14 hours. I was like, yes, I can finally sleep. Still felt bad though, unfortunately for me. I used to sleep for 4 to 5 hours. Yeah, when I was a student, I feel like it's better now, but when I was a student, it was definitely really bad. Oh. I think the thing, I talked about this with my friends quite a lot, and I talked about it with chat a little bit as well. Do you guys know what revenge sleep time procrastination is? Also depends on the mindset. To be fair, I never really noticed the difference between getting consistent full night sleeps now and when I got like no sleep back in the army. Yeah, like I don't. But I think amendment is correct. I think amendment is correct in a way that we probably will only notice it when we're really, really older. Like it's not really something that shows up in your 20s or 30s, maybe. I didn't know that you prepped. Yeah, I was like prepping for it in the background. I was like really stressed out. I was like, I gotta finish this on time. But yeah, I was like really I was like super locked in because I had to mix all the songs and record all the songs in the same week as well as the video. Well, no, the video wasn't as difficult, but yeah, I did have to do that, and I was like, wait, there's something I wanted to say. Yeah, revenge sleep time procrastination or something like that. For those of you who don't know what it means, it's when you have such a full day that you didn't have time to do any leisure activities, so you get revenge on that by refusing to go to sleep at a right time. So for example, and this happened to me when I was in school. This happened to me a lot when I was in school, actually. Okay, this is especially in high school. So I was in a music high school. So what we would have to do is we would report to school at 9 in the morning. And we would only leave school at 9 at night. Why? Because a lot of our curriculum, we had classes in the morning, but we had to do either studios or band practice after school. So it would be like from 9 o'clock to, let's say, 3 o'clock, we would have classes. And then from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, it's kind of like a quote-unquote break. But during that time, it's normally when we would do like homework and like do our assignments. And then from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we would either have studio sessions or we would have band. And then because I lived really, really far away from home, I would only reach my house at about, if I left school at 9, I would reach home at 10:30. And then at 10:30, I would eat, and then it's 11. Now, that means that for the entire day, I did not get to do a single thing that I enjoy, right? Like, I didn't get to, let's say I didn't get to play a game, I didn't get to watch videos, I didn't get to, like, enjoy and do leisure activities. So I would do, like, leisure time revenge by refusing to sleep at 11. Because if I sleep at 11, then the next day would come and I have to do it all over again. And I don't have any time for fun. So I would kind of, like, take 2 hours of the day. Like, maybe from 11 to 1 to, like, play a game or something like that. Because it's the concept that, like, if you go to sleep, the next day comes straight away. And it feels like a waste to go to bed when I haven't done anything I wanted to do. So that's what, like, revenge procrastination, revenge leisure procrastination. There's like a term for it. I forgot what it was. But that's basically what that means. And I find myself doing that a lot. Because, like, if I'm working from, let's say I'm working from, let's say I work from 10 to 9, right? And I stream from 9 to 1 a.m. Like, technically, I didn't have any alone time. I didn't have any time to myself to just kind of, like, lie down, watch a video, play some Minecraft. Like, I didn't have any me time. And I don't want to, like, go to sleep straight away, because if I go to sleep, I gotta, like, do the whole cycle over again. So I end up staying up longer than I should just so that I can get that me leisure time. And that is my biggest problem. I'm aware of it. But, like, I don't know, I just feel like if I don't get that me time, then I'm just gonna, like, burn out. You guys, I feel like especially when you're a student or, like, if you work, I think you can feel this. I think you understand what this means. Because when you have to work, especially if you work really, really far away, and you reach home and it's already 10 p.m., and then you have to sleep and start the day over again, like, I feel like it just really takes a toll. You end up being, like, really burnt out from work. Because it's like, when is it my time? And I know some people have, like, the self-restraint to hold out until the weekend to really have your own leisure time. But I don't know. I feel like if I don't have, like, a cool down every single day, like, at least a 1 or 2 hour cooldown when I can just do nothing, talk to no one, just lie down, look at my phone, eat some snacks. Like, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. You're kind of used to it. But I guess right now when you're watching stream, that would kind of be like your leisure time, right? Would you say that? Because for me, I don't really get that leisure time as much, unfortunately. Because even on days that I don't stream, there are things I have to do relating to VTubing that may not necessarily be streaming, but I still kind of have to do it. And then sometimes by the time that's done, it's like 3 a.m. And I'm like, oh, it's already 3 a.m. I've been working for so long. And then I end up going on my phone for 3 hours. And then it's like, oh, it's 6 a.m. And then I gotta wake up at 11. I guess that's what a bedtime routine is. I don't know what the... I don't know. This is like the one thing that I don't really know how to solve. Well, I guess the way I can solve it is just to have less leisure time each day. I just don't know how I would respond to that mentally. So I am looking for the blue and gold star dookie. Okay. Yeah, I don't normally have a bedtime routine. I just jump into the bed and I call it a day. That does not look like a star. I'm so sorry. Let me do that again. Sleeping is my favorite thing in the entire world. It's an acquired skill from many jobs. Oh my goodness, thank you for the sub, Big Happy. Thank you. 6 months in advance, it's wild. Thank you. But yeah, can you guys, did you guys ever go to like kindergarten or playgroup when you were younger? And they would have nap time and you would refuse to sleep? Oh. So dumb. Forgot to add this, I'm sorry. I don't have the option to turn them off. I wish I did, I'm sorry. It's so stupid. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna complain, but I'm just saying. Like, can they give us the option to turn it off? I just want to turn it off. But no, you gotta have it on if you're an affiliate. Unfortunate. I'm sorry. Okay. Or should I have the dookie? Should I make poo poo dookie? No, that's a question. Should I make a dookie? Talking about your high school, classes start from 7:30. So you have to get up at 6:45 and get prepared all the way till 5 p.m. and then get ready for what that is at 6 p.m. all the way to 10 p.m. Yeah! And back to home, you still have to do your homework. Exactly! Like, that was basically my life in high school as well. Because if classes start at 9 and it's a 1.5 hour commute, that means that I have to leave the house at 7:30. So that means I have to be up at 6:30. It was not great. It was not great. I remember just not having any hobbies when I was in high school. It was not amazing. And I don't know, just being in school for so many hours every single day, like, it really took a toll. How good, Jimmy Rocco? How are you doing? I'm gonna get that bag. It's not even that. I would turn it off if I could, but they don't allow it on Twitch. On Twitch, if you're an affiliate, which basically means that you are able to... Well, actually, no. I heard they changed the affiliate rules, like, today. But it basically means that you have, like, cheering and tips and stuff enabled. They force you to run ads, so I can't turn them off. I can't turn them off. It's very unfortunate, because I wish I could. Trust me. If I could turn the ads off, I would. Because it really does annoy me. It really does annoy me. Like, can you please just give us the option to turn it off? But yeah, if you're new to Twitch, we don't get that option, unfortunately. We get the option between pre-roll and mid-roll, and that's all we get to choose from. And it has to be like 3 minutes. It's very dumb. Anyway, hi, welcome. You can snooze. No, don't snooze it. Because if you snooze it, they will enable pre-roll ads, and we really don't want that. You can't, yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can't postpone ads on Twitch forever. If you postpone it, it just means that they will enable pre-roll ads on your stream. So this is how it works. Every 1 hour, if you don't run 3 minutes of ads, your pre-roll ads gets enabled. Pre-roll ads means that whenever someone joins stream for the first time, they will get ads. That means that if you refresh your page, you will get ads. Every single time you pop in a stream, you're gonna get ads. So that's what pre-roll means. And the only way to disable pre-roll is to run an ad break for 3 minutes every hour. That's the only way. So when you see the snooze button, like, it's technically snoozing it, but while you're snoozing it, your pre-rolls are enabled. How long are the ads? I've heard... How to scare? I know, that's why they don't recommend pre-roll ads for any VTubers. Like, pre-roll ads is kind of agreed upon to be the worst type of ads, so we do 3 minutes every hour. For how long the ads, I've heard different opinions. I think it might depend on where you live. Cause I have heard people who got the entire 3 minutes worth of ads. But some of you are back in like a minute, so I think it depends on where you live. I know that not everybody gets the full 3 minutes, but man, I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, I guess Lollipop is correct. When you say that, it's kind of the way I have to quote-unquote pay for using the platform. Cause I mean, ads are on any platform. Wait, does anyone here watch, YouTube? Like, YouTube streams? How does it work on YouTube streams? Cause back when I was streaming on YouTube, that was like 3 years ago though. 4 years ago. 4 years ago when I was streaming on YouTube, there wasn't any significant ad anything. There wasn't any significant ads or anything like that. Oh, but YT chat is really bad. I've met both groups of people. Those of you who really dislike Twitch and prefer me to stream on YouTube, and those of you who really dislike YouTube and prefer me to stream on Twitch. There are only ads if your channel has 1K subs or more. For YouTube, really? 1K subs or more, we might be cooked. Yeah, and YouTube won't let you use your emotes, exactly, because I don't have membership, or at least not yet. I don't know. Once I figure out multi-streaming, probably, but I just get like 5 or 6 30-second. Yeah, that's what they do. I think it's because they want you to get Twitch Turbo and they want you to like sub to the streamer. But we really don't get a lot from ads, by the way. Ad revenue is inexistent. Not that I care. I don't stream for money, but I'm just annoyed that I can't turn it off. I'm just annoyed that I just wish I could turn it off. Anyway, okay, sorry. I shouldn't complain about the platform that helps me stream, I guess. Unfortunate. But yes, cause I know sometimes viewers are like, wow, 3 whole minutes of ads? You're so, what's the word? You're so selfish. Not selfish, but like you're so greedy. I'm like, I literally can't do anything about it. I wish I could turn them off, but I can't. Cause yeah, apparently a lot of people do think. I actually thought when I started streaming on Twitch, I thought that I could turn them off. And I always thought that I had ads off because I had turned off ad scheduling when I was first on Twitch, only to find out that that doesn't do anything. It just enables pre-roll ads. It wasn't until much later that I realized that there genuinely is no way to turn on ads if you're an affiliate. If you're not an affiliate, you don't have a problem, but if you are an affiliate, then you can't. But yeah, it turns out a lot of VTubers and a lot of viewers actually don't know it. It makes me feel bad. I'm like, I know, I'm not doing this to bully you guys, I promise. But I feel like it's kind of like the quote-unquote consensus that everyone hates pre-rolls more. So I'm like, yeah, fair. Fair. YouTube ads has gone crazy. I get ads every 5 minutes. Really? Is it for every channel? Or is it just like partner channels? Or is it every single channel? 5 minutes during the stream. What? Really? Is that bad? Cause I had always assumed that the ad experience was better on YouTube streaming, but I guess I'm not. I think they run ads for non-affiliates. They changed the rules today. We don't know how the ad thing is going to work, but if I remember correctly, from today, non-affiliates can also receive bits and emotes and stuff like that. But I don't know how that's gonna affect the ads. Yeah, they may just run it regardless now. But yeah, that rule was changed today. I saw some people tweeting about it. I don't know. Yeah! YouTube doesn't even care if I have a membership, it's just ads for everyone. Really? I've lived through the TV era where it's ads commercial half the time, so ads never really bothered me except pre-rolls. Yeah, I heard that most people really hate pre-rolls, so that's why I have like the 3-minute every hour system. Cause then no one gets pre-rolls. I don't watch enough to justify getting Twitch Turbo, so I don't mind just subbing to individual channels. I love adding you to my collection. Thank you! I just wish we had more emote slots. Ah, man. I just want more emote slots. Please give us more emote slots. Please give the affiliates more emote slots. I have so many cute emotes that you guys can only use on Discord. It's not fair. But yeah, I didn't know that it was that bad on YouTube. Cause I heard that a lot of people prefer, no, not a lot of people, but there definitely is a group of people who prefer the stream watching experience on YouTube. Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. And I genuinely always just assumed that it was because of the ads, cause I know how annoying ads can be. Especially when I'm talking about something. That's why whenever ads come on, I try to not talk about anything interesting. Which if you see, I mean, I've been trying for a while, but Seion Aera, why am I so huge? What has happened here? Back, Seion Aera, back. I've been trying for a while, but it's not, unfortunately. I don't know if it's in the cards for us. How's Seion Aera? Wait, sorry, I read that wrong. Seion Aera. Oh my goodness, we do have a similar name. Hi, Seion Aera and Seion Aera. Wait, no, that's so cute. Your name is Seion Aera. That's I love that. Thank you for follow, Seion Aera. It's nice to meet you. My name is Seion Aera. So cute. I love that. That's so cute. Seion Aera. I'm saying it right? Seion Aera. Oh my goodness. I love that. How are you doing? Welcome. Fading, who do you watch on YouTube? Is it Este? Because I figured you always just watch Este on Twitch. Oh no, now there's two of them. Twinsies. We actually have, I think we have another Nebulite whose first name is Seion. We have someone who's called Seira, but I haven't seen someone called Aera. Maybe one day I'll have an Aera. I'm good too. How are you doing? For YouTube, I got premium. The ads at YouTube is also kind of worse. So if you get premium, you still don't get spared from ads. Sorry, I have to Google how to draw a poop emoji. Give me just a moment. Oh no, now there's two of them. Poop emoji. So if you get premium, it's no ads at all. Okay. Yeah, I mean, as someone who also does consume content, I do hate ads. Most of the time, like, personally, but I guess I see it from the point of... This doesn't apply for me, by the way, because, for those of you who are familiar with me, your girly doesn't really care about cash monies. But for people who are full-time content creators, I know how important ads or, like, sponsorships can be. So I'm never mad. I'm never mad at the content creator for having the ads. But the other day on YouTube, I got 3 ads in a row. I'm like, come on now. Like, if the content creator is getting money from it, then great. I mean, I don't mind. But if they're not, then I'm going to have a concern. But yeah, I don't know how it's like over on YouTube, honestly. We'll launch a premium light with limited ads. Unless you have premium light, you get ads on music, man. Ads on music is like the worst thing. I hate being interrupted by music. Sorry, I hate being interrupted. I hate having my music interrupted with ads. The worst. I mean, I kinda get it. Free platforms can't just run for free. Like, yeah, I get it. Ads. I just feel like there's a significant more amount of ads now than there was before. But I guess it's either that or pay for a subscription, right? Like, imagine if YouTube went subscription-based. I think I died. You know, like Netflix, like you just pay for a subscription, but there's no ads. I don't know. Which would you guys prefer? Well, I guess you still have to pay, right? Because you guys pay for premium. I feel like I drew the poop too big, but it's fine. 11 per month. There's to generate more revenue to justify the running fee. Yeah. Oof. But yeah, don't worry about Seion Aera. She I'm not a full-time content creator for those of you who are new, so you don't have to worry about the ads. I don't get anything from them. I don't mind having a sub, but they keep raising the price, really? What was it originally? What is it now? Okay, wait, but sorry. Wait, on a stream, does the creator get the money? Because I know that, okay, first of all, you have to monetize your channel to get ads, right? Because if you're not a YouTube partner, if your YouTube account is not monetized and you stream, do you still get ads? Or does it only happen on a monetized channel? That's what I want to know. Because as of right now, my YouTube account is not monetized. Because I think because I don't stream there that often. I think you need 300 watch hours in. You need 300 watch hours in a year to get partnered on YouTube, and I don't stream there anymore. So I mean, I will eventually, but yeah. So I don't have that, so I'm not partnered. Even if they're not monetized, they still get ads. So that means it all goes to YouTube then, because the creator is not monetized, right? That's what that means. Interesting. Yeah, because if they're running ads on a non-monetized channel, it means that the streamer gets nothing. Interesting. Okay. See, because normally when I watch YouTube videos and there are ads, it's either one, the video was claimed by a third party. So sometimes if you see ads on my channel, I'm not monetized, but it means that that content was claimed by a third party. Sometimes you may see it on covers, but I'm not getting the money from it. The people who wrote the song is. But if you're doing a stream on a non-monetized channel and you're not using copyrighted content, that just means that YouTube is getting money. That's interesting. If non-affiliates can have emotes, can normal users have Oh! That's an interesting question. Can you guys try? Do you guys have like a stream manager tab? But yeah, I will. Sorry, let me hydrate real quick. I will start multi-streaming to YouTube at some point. So I don't know. I never really thought about like getting partnered on YouTube or anything like that. Because the truth is, most of my content is we do covers. And like we don't really do like commercial anything. So it doesn't really matter to me if I'm partnered or not. But I don't know. I have been thinking about it. I mostly want it just like as an accomplishment. I don't actually, yeah, we don't actually do anything money related. Seion Aera doesn't do it with the cash monies. Anyway. But I know if you're like a full-time content creator, it probably affects you more than usual. There we go. I mean, I know it's kind of a biased question considering all of you are here, but do you guys just prefer Twitch over YouTube? Is there any single one of you who's like, I'm normally a YouTube person, but I am on Twitch just because Seion Aera is not on YouTube? Is there any one of you that's like that? Because I actually do know some people who are like that. They're like, I would love to watch your streams, but you don't stream on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, I mean, I can. I most definitely can. Oh, Bonsai, you really? You would prefer it if I was on YouTube? I mean, no. I mean, it's fair. Is there any reason why? I just want to know. Like, I just want to know what about the YouTube experience you prefer over Twitch. Like, what is it? Is it because I remember back in the day, quote unquote back in the day, like 2020, 2021, there was, like, YouTube was simpler, right? In Twitch, you have things like redeems, you have, like, stream avatars, you have all these little add-ons, and you don't get a quote unquote clean experience. And back then, people preferred YouTube because it was cleaner. Like, there wasn't, like, all these add-ons and all these widgets and stuff like that. That was what I personally heard from a lot of people who said they preferred YouTube. And at one point in time, I preferred YouTube for the exact same reason. Because, like, when I was thinking about, like, redeems or, like, widgets, like, chat, I don't know, like, it made me so confused. When I just dual stream, yeah, I do plan on dual streaming. It's just that I just want to know, like, I'm just curious. I'm just curious, like, what is it about the YouTube experience that people like? Because I've been told not by a single person, but like quite a few people that I really want to watch your streams, but I want to watch it on YouTube. Like, I don't want to download Twitch. YouTube notifications are really bad. Fair. I do believe there are limitations, like it won't save the VOD if it's... Okay, that's true, but like also I've never streamed past 12 hours. But the people saying that you prefer YouTube for VODs, true, but like... I can just upload the VOD onto YouTube, right? Is there really that much of a difference, like on that? I feel like that is more convenient for the streamer than it is for the viewer. Would you... I don't know, but like I said, I haven't streamed on YouTube in like a really long time. The last time I streamed there was like 3 years ago, so I'm sure everything is very different now than it was back then. Like a lot of things, because back then a lot of things that I disliked about streaming on YouTube, for the most part, all of it has been fixed. All of it has been fixed, so I have no qualms about going back to YouTube. It's just I have to figure out the dual streaming setup. That's pretty much the only thing I have to figure out. Oh, I did not hear the question correctly. I prefer Twitch. Oh, okay. Okay, so no one here is like preferring YouTube. Well, I know it's a bit of a biased. Hello, Al, thanks for welcome. I know it's a bit of a biased sample size because we are on Twitch. How you doing? Sorry, all my mods are EP today. Let me... Okay, I really hope that's an L and not an I. Please be correct. Was that right? Hi, how was your stream? I'm good, how are you? I am good. It is L. Okay, good. I was like, if that's a capital I, it's so over for me. How was your stream? How was Star Rail? I was just talking with chat about whether or not they prefer Twitch streaming or YouTube streaming. So hello Raiders, my name is Seion Aera. I'm a celestial idol VTuber, and today I'm drawing all of my community in their stream chat avatars. Thanks for follow, welcome. I need to sneeze. Hold on. Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, the sneeze got me. It crashed! No! Is it your first time playing? Or did it just like randomly crash? Yeah. Yeah, like Twitch chats oh, that's not. Twitch chat integrations are more fun. It just randomly crashed? It's so weird. I hope you had a good time though. I haven't played Star Rail in a really long time. Yeah, I don't think chat... I don't know. I need to ask someone who's like strictly prefers YouTube over Twitch. I just want to know. Like, it's genuinely out of curiosity. I just want to know what people like about the YouTube style, I guess. I guess it could also just be like they don't want to make a new account on Twitch, which is valid. Everything's super cute. Thank you. I'm drawing all my viewers as like a stream mascots. Not an artist. Disclaimer. But it was one of our donathon goals to draw kind of like a group photo of everyone together. So this is what I'm doing. But yeah, if you have to go get some food, go get some water, go get some rest, please feel free to. if you would like to yap. Oh, Poo Poo, you came with the raid. I just noticed this. Yeah, this is you. This is you. This is you. You're taking a dump. You're taking a dump. You get more dialogue between chat on Twitch. Etiquette is different where YouTube, the streamers don't want to chat to talk amongst... Really? Really? So in YouTube, you're not supposed to like talk among yourselves? Really? What's it called? They're called glow pigs. Their tummies are filled with stars. I also love pigs. One of these days, I'm going to own a mini pig. That's like my dream. One of these days, I'm gonna buy a big house and I'm gonna live with my mini pig. That's like my dream. Sorry, Billy. No, it's okay. It's okay. I actually did the shout out, but you're good. You're good. How was your curry chicken? Did you pee it out? But yeah, I love pigs. I'm just so sad because whenever there's like sometimes there's like pre-made like assets and stuff like that, or like pre-made. You guys know what? Do you guys know what YCHs are? They're like your character here. There's a lot of commissions that you can get. Like for example, your character, your VTuber in like a cat onesie or like a bunny onesie, and there's never pigs. There's never pigs. It's like not a popular option, and I hate it. I hate it. There were so many cute like animal, your character here that I wanted to do, and then I looked through the options, and there's no pigs. Why? Anyway. Why? I've seen some streams on Twitch who also have it in the rules, though. Well, I mean, if we were on YouTube, I wouldn't have that sort of rule. I feel like it's more... Yeah, isn't it more... streamer based, like based on the streamer? Doesn't the streamer decide what the chat rules are? Most of the VTubers don't allow side convos in chat, but I kind of... That has never bothered me, genuinely. that has genuinely never bothered me. Huh. Interesting. Metallica's Nation, welcome. Discoverability on YouTube is harder. Yeah, that one I know. But I feel like that one is mostly... It's a problem for the creator. It's not so much a problem for the viewers. Interesting. I think discoverability on YouTube is harder. Yeah. That's the initial reason why I moved to Twitch, honestly. My wife works in vet medicine. The sad thing is about getting pet pigs. The only way to keep them small and cute is to starve them. Otherwise... Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, I do know that there's such things as micro pigs. In Japan here, they have micro pigs, but they're not as small as people would think. They're still like, maybe like 100 pounds? Well, not that, maybe like 50 pounds. But yeah, you would be right. I don't personally care. I know, so Hello Transparent, welcome. I know a lot of streamers, have a rule that you're not allowed to talk about other streamers in chat. That has also never bothered me personally. I don't know why. I think it's because I kind of see I kind of see streams as it's not a place for you guys to talk with me. It's more of a place for everyone to talk with each other. So it doesn't really bother me that much. Yeah. Like I've never, cause I've had a couple, not often, but sometimes I have had someone said that like in your rules, just to confirm, but like in your rules you don't say that it's not okay to talk about another streamer. Like, is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, yes. To prevent any hardcore friends have been promoting the streamer without permission. I mean, I personally like don't mind unless you're like being rude about it. Like for example, if you're like, I like Asteria so much more than Aera. Like she is my Oshi and you can't compare. Like if you're actively being rude to me, that's one thing. But if you're just telling me how much you love Asteria, which I do too, like yeah, go for it. It really doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, I think that's what you mean, like a reasonable amount. Yes, please go to bed. Oh, go to bed. Thank you so much for the raid. Have a good night. Yeah, you made me through Asteria, exactly. The rules are to avoid derailing from stream and not going into topics they can't talk about comfortably. Oh. Yeah, I've honestly never... Well, I don't have that problem with you guys. I don't think I've ever had that problem with you guys, honestly. Other people start talking to me, but this are the streamers I watch. I've just never really been all that bothered. But I guess rules are created when you have a bad experience, right? Like, for example, if you go to a restaurant and there's a rule that says please don't dookie on the table, like you know what's happened before. Like, rules are created based on experiences, yes? So if someone says that, you know. Because a lot of my rules are created based off like experiences as well. But the promoting other people in chat or the being too off topic has never really been I don't know, I've just never encountered it. So I guess maybe one day if someone is like really rude about it, I'll think about it. But yeah, you guys have never really done that. So sign in the bathroom telling you not to pee. There's so many signs in the bathrooms here that are like don't squat on the toilet, which I just find very interesting. But also understandable because I do feel the need to tell everyone that my grandmother my grandmother is a squat peer. My mom hates it. My mom absolutely hates it. She fights my grandmother on this often, but my grandmother is actually a squat peer. I think that's how they did it back in the day. Like if you have a squat toilet, you're just kind of used to it. But she squats on the toilet bowl. And I don't know, my mom gets mad because like honestly it's really dangerous. Like she could slip. So we kept telling her not to do it, like especially if it's a toilet bowl. Like, grandmother, you're gonna fall in. But she's like, no, it's fine, it's fine. I'm like, okay. It's like a prevention is better than cure type of thing. It's easy to say don't do this before. That is also true. I guess I'm just, in general, not really bothered if you guys want to, like, talk about who your Oshis are. It's okay, it sounds like my feelings are hurt. No, but genuinely, like, if you guys want to talk about, like, your favorite streamer, it just doesn't, it doesn't bother me. The only thing is that sometimes I might not know who you guys are talking about, and I might be embarrassed. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't know who you're talking about. But yeah, it really doesn't bother me that much. Okay. Yes, okay. I feel like your nose is a little huge, but it's gonna be fine. My heart is like the ocean. So many Oshis. They all need love and fence. Yeah, like I think it's rarer to find. I think it's so much rarer to find a viewer who only watches one VTuber and one VTuber only. We do have dedicated mods like that, but I do feel like it's rarer. Do you watch streamers on your own time? I used to when I first started streaming, but not anymore. Now, but I do watch my friends though. Like, if Ninette is on, I'll pop into Ninette stream. If Asteria is on, I'll pop into Asteria stream. I watch my friends, but I don't really watch, I'm not really, like, really into the viewing part of it anymore. It's kind of like, have any of you ever worked at fast food? Has anyone ever watched, it's not watched, sorry. Has anyone ever worked in fast food? Like, has anyone ever worked in McDonald's? You know how they say that you will love McDonald's until you work there? Oh, that is not the right blur type. There we go. This is the right blur type. Do you guys know, like when they say, for example, let's say Disneyland. Let's say you love going to Disneyland, but if you actually work there and you saw all the behind the scenes and you have to go there every day and it's like work, you tend to not like Disney anymore. How's that, Asakam? It's a little bit like that. Not in the sense that I don't like VTubers anymore, but it's kind of like watching VTubers to me doesn't feel like a leisure activity anymore. It feels like quote-unquote work. Like, it doesn't... I need something, like, when I'm on my own time and I'm having rest, I need to, like, distance myself from the VTubing thing to really get rest. So yeah, I watch more IRL YouTube channels that do long form content. Cause that's like a far range from VTubing. Cause it's kind of like it's the same as the McDonald's analogy. If you eat McDonald's every single day and then you work at McDonald's and you're exposed to McDonald's every single day, and then on your off day your friend is like, do you want to go to McDonald's? It's like, I'm kind of there every day, can we eat something else? That's the exact vibe. Because you start to see it from the eyes of a VTuber as opposed to the eyes of like a normal viewer, and it starts to become like hard to relax sometimes. But before I was an active VTuber, I did watch streams a lot more. So now I watch now I like to watch YouTube long form video content. Hannah, you log into Twitch only for me? I know that you and Krabs pretty much only watch me. Krabs might have like one other person. I'm not sure if Krabs still watches Essie, but I know he used to. I wonder if VTubers ever feel like half the job is networking because it kind of looks like you have to do it a lot. I think it highly depends on what type of VTuber you want to be. Because I feel like if you just want to be like a full-time streamer, I know streamers who don't even have Twitter accounts. So like if you want to be a full-time streamer only, like you only want to have your own solo brand and your own solo community, I would say it's not as important. But if you want to be a VTuber who's actively in the community, like let's say you want to go to events, you want to do song covers with people, you want to do concerts, you want to do stuff like that, then I think networking comes into play a little bit more. But if you only want to stream, and you only want to build your own solo channel and you want to focus on yourself, I would say it's less important. I can't wake up early enough. I know, yeah, she streams really early. Are you a full-time streamer? I'm not. And honestly, I don't think I would ever be. If I was given the choice, I don't think I would. I think I would still prefer to keep my job and stream in my off time. Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever be like full time. As of right now, today's Seion Aera, I don't think she wants that. Yeah, I have a 9 to 5. I just think it's because it's a very good balance. You know how they say, I feel like it's very common for people to say, if you love it so much, or like you won't work a day in your life if you do what you love, right? A lot of people say that, but I feel like once you turn the thing you love to do, once you turn your job into a hobby, it has a different level of stress that you... Sorry. Once you turn your hobby into your job, it comes with a different level of stress. It comes with a different level of stress that if you're not expecting, it's not great. Would you say being a full-time content creator is harder than a regular job? Harder than a regular job. Is it harder than a regular job? It's not... How do I explain this? It's not harder if you're already a full-time content creator, but getting to that point is what's difficult. Like, for example, if you're applying to a regular job, you... Like, let's say you're having a really hard time, you'd still probably get a job within, like, maybe 6 months, right? If you interview, you would get the job within 6 months. But content creation, there's a chance that even if you go at it for 10 years, you will never get to that point of being a full-time content creator. So that is the part that's hard, getting to that point where you can say that you can become a full-time content creator. But once you're actually a full-time content creator, if it's something that you genuinely enjoy, like making the videos, editing every single day, I do think... I'm not gonna say it's easy, but I do think it does take less of a toll on you than a regular job, because at least you're working for yourself. That's kind of what I think. But for me personally, I couldn't. I can't turn this thing that I love into money. You know, like, because I feel like I would have to change my mindset significantly. So every single time I release merch for you guys, right? I feel like I would stop thinking about, oh my goodness, what merch are they gonna love? Like, okay, I'm gonna get this, and then they're gonna love it. I would have to start to think about how much money can I make from this. And I don't want to start thinking that way. Like, I don't want to start thinking that way, because I feel like it's gonna make it a lot less fun. That's just personally why I would rather have, that's personally why I would rather just have a full-time job, and then that's why whenever we sell merch, it's always at cost. And whenever I do a donathon, it's always put back into streaming. So like, if we do a donathon, everything from the donathon is going to things I do on stream, like the stream avatars, assets, things that you guys would enjoy. It's not for like, oh, I'm gonna put it in my pocket. Because this is not how I wanna, and that's not to say that's a bad thing, because if you are a full-time streamer, you do have to think about money. That's just being realistic. You do have to think about money. That's not to say that if you get money from it or you put it in your pocket, you're being greedy. If you do have to think about it that way, then that's you do what you have to do to survive. But for me, that's just not kind of the vibe. That's not the vibe for me. Because I would hate to have to think about money. Like, I would hate to have to constantly be like, oh, there's not enough subs this month, or there's not enough donos this month, and then I start to get stressed out. Oh no, you guys should be donoing more, and I don't want to think that way. Welcome. Turning hobbies into jobs is the worst ever. Yeah. Like, when you take the thing that you love and you put the stress of needing to make money on top of it, I just feel like it makes you hate your hobby. I kind of have a little bit of experience about this, because I used to love music so much. I still do, but you know how I said that I went to a high school for music? To have to be forced to do music and forced to put out assignments and be forced to write music a certain way so that I can get a certain grade, there is a point in time where I just didn't want to do it. I was like, I can't. Like, it's just so much. Like, I love this thing so much, and now I hate it. It's not like that anymore. But I remember there was a time in high school where I really ended up hating music, because you take the thing I love and then you grade it on a scale from D to B. Sorry, from A to F. You know, like, I put so much effort into this song and I really love it, and then you grade it a C. You know, it's like that type of feeling. So that's when I kind of learned, like, it's okay to have a hobby and not turn it into income. Like, it's okay to just enjoy things. Yeah, I don't know, because my mom, she kind of have this mindset that, and I think a lot of people do. But the economy do be rough, so I do understand it. But I think a lot of people have this mindset that, like, if you're good at something other than your job, that you should turn it into a side hustle. But I don't necessarily believe that, because I feel like you're just gonna end up hating your hobby, which is unfortunate. Sometimes you can just enjoy the thing that you enjoy without turning it into cash monies. It doesn't always have to be about cash monies. 100%, but I do wish I could turn my own hobby into income. Philosophy? If it's philosophy, then you would be going to the science field, right? If you would like to do philosophy as a job, you would be going more into, like, the science and research field. Ooh, philosophy does sound like it would be rough, though. Or a streamer. It's easier to walk away from a bad job than from your hobby. Yeah, because I really couldn't imagine. Because if you hate your job, like, you can spend 8 hours a day hating your job, but at least at the end of the day, you get to do the thing you like. But if I had to spend the whole day hating the job, you know, hating the thing I like, I don't know, I feel like that would just not be very good. You start to resent the hobby, and the question is, the more money maybe you make, is it worth it? Yeah. And I think that's not to say that everyone who turns their hobby into a job hates it. Some people are just truly passionate about it and they can make money off of it. But I just think personally, I would rather not make that sacrifice. I would just rather not turn the thing I love into a hobby. And that way the thing I love can just stay as the thing I love. I don't ask for payment for my hobby, but I won't say no. Yeah. I just think, like, in recent times, I don't know if I can say in recent times, but it's become more and more common to turn your side thing or like to turn your hobby into a side hustle. I've seen a lot of people do it. Boop. And I just think it's not for everyone. Like, just because you're really good at something and you really, really enjoy it doesn't have to... You don't have to force yourself to turn it into a job. Like, it's okay to, like, reconsider. Because I think when you turn something into a job, you do end up sacrificing something. I have a friend who came here because they wanted to be a full-time music composer. But you know, when you have a job, it does come with responsibilities. Like, first of all, you can't just write whatever music you want. You have to write the music that the client wants, and then you gotta follow the deadline of the client, and then you gotta do. Oh, that's not. You gotta do this, and then you gotta do that. You know, you can't just write the music that you've been writing and that you enjoy. You have to do the things that you don't enjoy as well. And I think that is kind of why. Like, even if you're an artist and you want to become a full-time artist, you can't just draw on your own schedule. You have to draw on other people's schedule, and then sometimes people make you draw things you don't like, and you still gotta do it. And then I think the question you have to ask yourself is, like, can you still enjoy art at the end of the day, if that's how it's gonna be? And if your answer is no, then it's cool. You don't have to turn art into a job. You can just vibe, or you can just take commissions every once in a while. But yeah, you don't always have to quit your day job for a dream. I feel like having your day job while also having a hobby and maybe just waiting for things to happen naturally is a smart financial decision. I think you gotta let it happen naturally. Yeah, I do think you gotta let it happen naturally. It just can't be forced, because I know people who, for better or for worse, are really, really determined. Like, they're determined to be a full-time content creator. And then, so they quit their day jobs to pursue it. But the truth is, with content creation, sometimes, no matter how hard you work, and no matter how much time you put in it, sometimes if the stars just don't align for you, it just becomes a little bit unrealistic, and I would hate for you to have quit your day job and put all your eggs in one basket. That's the term. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because that can be pretty dangerous. Your old hobby was drawing. Now it's an architecture student. I don't like drawing anymore. There's just something about being forced to do things that can make you hate things so quickly. It's like when you're about to clean your room, and then your mom says, "Hey, clean your room," and immediately you don't want to clean your room anymore. It is the exact same vibe. Oh, okay, great night, Trim. Thank you for stopping by. See you next time. I love putting all my eggs in one basket, just like how Hena likes putting all her eggs in one pot. Okay, Amaranth is next. Let me get Amaranth's Wrath. I really love drawing. I'm not super great at it, but it's so fun. It's almost therapeutic. Same! I like it. I'm not great at it, but it is fun. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up Amaranth's reference. I think it's an Aera list. I love my pick. I'm glad. Where is Amaranth's pig? Well, actually, I'm just gonna bring up the old reference that we had. Also because turning a hobby into a business is basically turning it into a product to be judged by a free market. So if you make music and it doesn't sell, it kind of stinks. That is also true. That is also true. And I think there's also, I'm not sure if I'm being like too realistic about this. But I also have this thought that's like, you can't be a content creator. Well, I don't know if this is true. I feel like we're still kind of in the content creation age, but I do tend to think about what happens 30 years from now, or like 20 years from now, or maybe even 10 years from now. And if your content creation becomes less sustainable and you do have to get a full-time job, like how are you gonna explain the gap? That's what I think about sometimes. Like, let's say even if I am a successful content creator now, in 10 years when I'm not anymore and I have to get a 9-to-5, like how am I gonna explain why I haven't been working for 10 years? I'm not too sure if this is as big of a problem in other countries. But it's definitely a problem here in Japan. If you can't explain the gap, and you also can't really be like, yeah, I was a YouTuber for 10 years. Sometimes companies will be like, what? What? Is all the liquid in the bum because it's pooping? Yes. So unless you can really make enough to retire early, or you really are just gonna stick it out until you retire, I do think it can be pretty tricky. Okay, this is that. Yeah, it's a really hard transition. Yeah, you can say that you're under NDA, but I also feel like that wouldn't really work in your favor in an interview, because they'll be like, oh, you can't say? Well then, like, what are we supposed to do about that, you know? I feel like they just be like, oh, I mean, if you can't say, then like we can't really hire you. Like, I feel like you wouldn't pass the interview that way. Boop. There you go. So I guess it's just to say everything that I wanna like do, like all the goals I have for like, ooh, partner and stuff like it's not, none of them are really like monetarily motivated. I think it's more so that you always have goals when you do something. Well, maybe not all the time, but I feel like when you have a hobby, let's say if you're learning the guitar, you will always set a higher goal for yourself, and then when you hit the goal, you kind of think about, okay, what am I gonna do next, and what am I gonna do next? And you always just kind of set the goal for yourself, even though the goal might not be monetary related. So that's kind of how all my goals are kind of... I just want to do it for myself. I don't necessarily want to do it for money. I went under witness protection is wild. That... Ooh! What happens if you do say that, like, hey, I was in witness protection. But no, I heard that when you're in witness protection, they do give you a job. Right? Like I don't know, I'm bracing all this information off of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but don't they also give you like a cover job? Because they don't pay for you to be in witness protection, right? Like you gotta make the money somehow. I feel like you would still have a job, just that you would have it under a different identity. I think that's how that works. If anyone in chat has been in witness protection, can you let me know? Can you let me know if you've been in witness protection? I need to know. Man, I'm getting really hungry. It's okay. We'll finish up Amaranth and then we'll call it a day. I have cup yakisoba waiting for me, which I know is not the healthiest meal, but hey, we get what we get. Have you guys ever had cup yakisoba? Especially like the UFO brand, because I really like it. Yeah, you're not allowed to say that you're in witness protection. They'll like organize a job for you. See? You should have no problem. Listen, I always get like the UFO noodles. Big fan of the UFO noodles. So I have a packet of UFO noodles waiting for me. Cup yakisoba is really good. The first time I made it though, I made the mistake of putting in the seasoning with the water. Just like instant noodles, because I didn't know! I didn't know that you had to like separate it. Because I was so used to putting in the seasoning in the water, and then when I got to the step where they were like, throw out the water, I was like, wait. I'm supposed to throw out the water? I didn't know that. You basically just ate the noodles, yeah. Yeah. Yes, the first time I just had plain noodles, unfortunately for me. Yeah, it's the dry style. That was my very first time ever having the dry style. So just out of what's it called? Out of familiarity, familiarity, out of habit. Out of habit, I just put the seasoning in and I put it in too early. They're really good though. I really do like the cup style of yakisoba. Okay. Okay, and then Amaranth has light sticks, so I'm gonna have you do. That. Okay, we might cut across the face a little bit, but it's okay. Okay, that's cute. 10 over 10. Want a bit of that lake tilt. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Then I'll put Amaranth maybe next to me, like behind me, here-ish. Okay, I think I also... Oh, I drew like the amaranth flowers. Ooh. Ooh, okay, I'll have to try my best. Don't know how I did that. Might have been a brush. Oh, Rika looks so cute. Oh, okay, Bonsai. Good luck with your work. Have a good day. Hope your work goes well. Hope no one drags you into a meeting that could just be an email. Do you guys actually use emails? Do people actually email anyone anymore? It was actually really interesting. Well, it's not interesting, but I remember we... You know how I said my company doesn't have an HR person? We recently got one. And she wanted to do kind of like a briefing or something, because there's like some small changes as to how the rules, well, not rules, but like there's some changes, like for example, if you want to take a leave, this is what you have to do. And no one showed up to the meeting. Like not a single person. And she asked, she was like asking, I think it was our project manager, she was asking one of the older people, like, why didn't anyone show up? And we're like, we didn't hear about this at all. What, like what? Like you didn't say anything. And she was like, I sent the invite to everyone's emails. And we're like, emails? Emails, you say? Up until that point, I didn't even know that I had never opened my work email, not even once. And clearly neither had anyone else, because not a single person knew that we were supposed to have a meeting. And she was just like, yeah, the company email. And we were like, company email? Yeah, she learned the hard way. I feel like these days everyone just uses like Slack or Discord or ClickUp. Like, does anyone really just email anymore? But yeah, she was really shook. She was like, You guys don't use emails? And we're like, no. We've never. My coworker is probably begging me to answer her emails, but I take a long time to write replies. Do you guys just not use ClickUp? I I've always just assumed that like most companies nowadays, well, I mean, if you're in like an old traditional Japanese company, maybe not. But I just kind of assume that everyone just uses ClickUp or Discord or Slack. Like, emailing must be so inefficient, right? Like, even if you're talking with someone from like an overseas branch, like, isn't it so much easier to just have them on like instant messaging systems instead of like emails? The only one I understand is if you're talking with clients. Like, if you're talking with clients and you have to use email, that one I get. But if you're talking internally, like if it's internal communications, then why? Why do you have to use emails for internal communications? If it's external, that's one thing. How's your headache? It's headaching. It's headaching. The head is not as bad anymore, but the ear is definitely still very much a problem. It's okay. We'll do this last one and then I'll call it a night. I have to wake up early tomorrow for the doctor anyway. I also gotta wait. Is anyone? What time is it? Subnautica just came out. Are any streamers playing? I'm kind of held back between. Oh, okay, Happy. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the gift sub. Have a good day. I hope you have a good day at work. Let me hydrate. Oh, you want documentation. Oh, can't you just like screenshot the Discord? No, I guess it's true. We've just never really been very reliant on emails. See, I'm very, very held back between wanting to watch it so that I know, like, kind of what the state of the game is like before I commit to purchasing it. But at the same time, I don't want to be spoiled. Like, what if I watch someone stream and they encounter a new Leviathan? Like, I don't want to be spoiled, but at the same time, I want to know, like, what the quality of gameplay is gonna be. Have you played the first game? Oh, hello, yeah, welcome! How are you doing? I have not played the first game, but I watched it. I watched every single episode of Markiplier's, like, 100-part Subnautica series. I was obsessed with that game when I was younger. It came out in 2014, I think, the early access. And back then, I was still watching, like, Let's Players. How's Darkstar? Welcome! Have a good lurk. And I was obsessed with Subnautica. I would watch every single episode. I would watch Markiplier play it, and then I watched Decepticeye play it. And I'd be like, ooh. And then I watched Below Zero when that one came out. And now I'm a streamer, so I can finally play and stream the game. Very excited about this. But I just know the thing about Subnautica. Here's the thing about Subnautica. You cannot be spoiled. Like, the experience is so much. It's so different from when you're playing it for the first time versus when you've been spoiled. Because nothing can ever replicate the feeling of you running into a Leviathan for the first time and you're caught off guard. Ooh. It's just different. Welcome back from ads. How are you, welcome. We only use internal messaging, and then someone just tags everyone and be like, hey, we're gonna have a meeting. No one uses emails, right? I was like so confused because she was for the most part a younger person. Like, I would say we're in the same generation, but she was like emails. And I'm like, well, that is a choice. Oh, Team's good. Welcome. How are you doing? I have an ear infection, or at least what we think is an ear infection. So I'm holding on for my life. Joking, it just hurts a little bit, but I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. I will be fine. It just hurts a little. Other than that, though, great. Oof, I know. I woke up today and my ear hurts so bad, and I was like, it is so Seion Aera over for me. I just hope that it's a normal ear infection and it's not a mold ear infection, because I have had my run-in with a mold one. And I would really like if this was a normal ear infection and not mold related. Because if it's mold related, then I'm never going to escape the allegations. It's nice to meet you too. How are you doing? Yeah, it could be mold. We don't know yet. I will let you guys know tomorrow. I'm just hoping that it's not. Good luck with that. Hope you get better soon. Thank you. Yeah, because I've had a fungal infection in my ear before. This wouldn't be the first time. But in general, I just have a really bad left ear, so it's very, very, very prone to infection. Upgrade from the cheese. What if there's cheese in my ear? How would you guys feel about that? I mean, I'm not saying there is, but like if there was, how would we feel about that? Would you What if I came back tomorrow and I'm like, hey, chat, I have cheese in my ear? Like, you guys would be very concerned. Boop. So cute. Okay, let me duplicate the line art layer. Would you guys be surprised? Or would you guys just be like, yeah, sounds about right? Before I doze off, yes, go to bed, have a good night. We'll probably head off in a little bit too. Cause I'm gonna make sure I'm first in the line tomorrow at the doctor, cause I refuse to wait. I refuse to wait for 3 hours just to get them to put like a scope in my ear. Hopefully they have a scope. I'm really hoping they have a scope because like I said, the first time I had a mold infection in my ear, the first doctor I went to completely misdiagnosed it. So I'm hoping this time they just put a scope in my ear and tell me what's wrong. Well, to be fair, the first clinic I went to wasn't an ear specialist. They were just kind of like a general clinic, so I guess they didn't have the equipment to put a scope in my ear. I do hope they do, though. Please, scope me. Scope me, please. I would have questions if you had cheese in your ears. I'll keep you guys updated. I just know that as of now, I can't open my mouth as big as I usually can, which is kind of, well, it's annoying if nothing else. Saw the tummy star. Ah, I forgot I keep forgetting the tail. What tail does Amaranth have? Heart, okay. Here we go. Okay, let's give you a nice heart. Nope. Oop. Yes, okay. So cute. I wonder how many pigs this drawing will end up having. I hope we at least get... How many is in this original? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I wanna at least get 30 pigs this time. I made the canvas huge for a reason. We gotta get to 30 pigs. I say, as I draw an average of 5 per stream. It is so Seion Aera over for me. By the way, if anyone hasn't claimed your pig, please feel free to do that in the channel redeems. 30, yeah, if we could get 30 pigs, I'd be happy. I feel like I keep drawing their noses bigger and bigger. It's okay, it's fine, it's fine. It's good. We're okay. Oh, wait, no, that's not. It's not. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, I gotta put it above. Ah, okay. Oh, it's because it's clipped above. Okay, let me turn off the clipping. Turn off the clipping. Okay. There we go. I don't know, do you guys think we could get to 30 pigs? I feel like we could. Because, I mean, we're doing it on multiple streams. Not like the Checky, where we only did it off of one. And I think even the Checky, we had about 30. too huge. Boop. Yes! Tummy liquids! Can't wait to drink the pigs. You gotta remember, you guys, we gotta hydrate. We gotta hydrate. We gotta hydrate. Sometimes the pigs, they have to be drunk. Drunk, either. Drunk. They have to be drunk. That's huge. That's way too small. Hold on. That's too small. What if we did 12? Okay. Which one of those is pink? That's pink, I think. Also, my otter keyboard is so cute. It does sound a little bit different than my other keyboard. I feel like there's just a little bit of a sound difference. Not too much, though. Okay. Oh, hello, Noya! Welcome! How are you doing? How was your stream? What were you doing? Hold on, I'm gonna wait for the shout out to do a thing. Oh, the pigs! Oh, the pigs! Oh, you were chatting too? What were you doing? What were you talking about? Hello, Raiders! My name is Seion Aera. I'm a Celestial Idol VTuber, and today I am drawing my chat as pigs on stream. She was trying to work. Did you succeed, Noi? Oh, so it's midnight. Go to sleep. Thank you for the follow, Goblin. Welcome. Go to bed. I hope you guys had a good stream, though. We are currently drawing my community as a chat mascot pigs. This is where we're at. Noi was drawing, but wouldn't show us since it's secret. Ooh, Noi got absolutely nothing done. We have a little bit more progress. I think today I managed to draw 4 new pigs. We drew 1, 2, 3, 4. So far 4. But also it's been like 3 hours. Oh, now I got Pragmata Deluxe. Ooh. I'm excited for Subnautica because that one, it literally launched 13 minutes ago. Unfortunately I can't play it today, but I'm definitely gonna play it on Saturday. Unless everyone says like it's super buggy, but probably I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen. We'll be good. They're so cute. Thank you. Hello, Sluggy Star. Hello, Raiders. If you guys have to go to bed, please feel free to go to bed. If not, please feel free to stay around and yap. If you want to go to bed, if anyone else is going to sleep, let me know. I will sing you a nice little lullaby. If not, please feel free to yap with me. Now, let me look up the reference for this one pig. Also, if you want a pig, it's in the redeems if you happen to want a pig. Amaranth's light stick is yellow? Oh, it's yellow. Ah! Huh. Thought it was pink. Okay. I have to go. Have a good stream. Love you. Love you too. Have a good stream. No, sorry. Have a good rest. What is it about me that I always just end up looping the conversation when people are like, when I'm like, how are you doing? They're like, I'm good. How are you? I'm like, I'm good. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Sorry, it just happens. It just happens in the brain. Sometimes I don't think about what I'm actually saying before I say it. Hello, Boo, welcome. Noi has left you with me, Seion Aera. Let's do 3 fun facts about me. 1, I have once ate a tarantula. 2, I have 11 dustbins. Thank you for the follow, welcome. 3, I currently have an ear infection. Or at least what do you mean ill? Take that back. At least I have what I think. No, I don't. 4th fact, I hate corn. I currently have what I think is an ear infection, but we'll figure out when I go to the doctor tomorrow. What other fun facts do we have for the Raiders? What other fun facts? What do we got? Maybe let's go for some that aren't as gross. Shout out to the ear infections. It might be mold, but we're not sure yet. I'm hoping that it's not mold. Because I've had the mold before. I've played these games before. I have had to deal with the mold once, and I would like to not have to deal with it again. Ear infection? I woke up today and my ear hurts so bad. Like, it hurts a lot now. How does one get mold in their ears? It's called swimmer's ear. And it happens when your ear apparently is naturally very moist. And it gets infected easily. It's called swimmer's ear because if you're a swimmer, you do tend to have it. Now, I am not personally a swimmer, but I do unfortunately have very moist ears. So, one time I had an ear infection I had a fungal infection in my ear. So I had to go to the hospital. Well, I call it a hospital. It's more of like a specific ear clinic. And I had to go. And fun fact, when you do that, they put a vacuum cleaner in your ear and suck the mold out. Moist ears from wearing headphones. But I also do have chronic history with my left ear. So yes, you can get mold in your ear. They put like a little vacuum cleaner and then they suck it out. And you don't get to keep the mold. Very unfortunate. But then they put a cream in your ear and then you have to keep it in your ear for a week. A week. And then you gotta go back and then you gotta use eardrops. So I am just hoping, I am hoping very hard that what I have at this point is not a mold infection, but just like a normal infection. Because if it's a normal bacterial infection, I can handle that. If it's mold, I would rather not handle that. I would really rather not handle that. But anyway, that is... So yeah, I am your ear infection VTuber. Yeah, so cute. Okay, that's Amaranth. You're fully adapted to the black mold. Yeah, I have mold in my toilet and my bathroom. Another fun fact. Am I gonna do anything about it? I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll think very hard about it. We have 10 left. Okay. It's okay. We're doing it at an okay pace. Plant is next. Red, star, black, bandana. Okay. Okay. Plant is a plant though. So for fun, I am going to draw them in a flower pot. Oh, so if anyone is confused, these are all viewers. I'm drawing my entire community. That is what this is about. But yeah, I don't know. Because there's a chance that if I wait long enough, it'll go away on its own. But the last time I had a mold infection, it definitely did not go away on its own. And I definitely had to... You definitely do have to be fast about going to the doctor for that. So this time, I think I'm just gonna catch it preemptively. Voice I've had is impacted wax. I don't know what mine is yet. There's a chance that it could be just something that's wax related, but like I said, I do have a history of ear mold, and the pain is kind of similar to back when it was ear mold, so I feel like it just may be more ear mold. I feel like history doth repeated itself. Speed run it? No, I'm not gonna finish everything in one stream. Some of them I'll do off stream and some of them I'll do in later streams. Because the pick redeems are not limited to this stream. Hopefully no ear mold. I'm hoping for like a normal infection. I'm hoping they're just like, yeah, it's bacteria. Here's antibiotics. Because it's genuinely so annoying to have to get rid of the mold. It takes so long. And basically you can't use your infected ear for about 2 weeks. Because they have to put like special types of creams inside it to ensure the mold doesn't come back to like fully kill the bacteria. And the cream has to stay in your ear for the entire period. So it was really funny because every single time I was at work and my boss would come up on my left side, I could not hear a thing. There was one time he had an entire conversation with me while standing on my left side. Only to be like, Aera? Aera? And then walked over to my other side. I was like, Aera? I'm like, yes. The mood, not amazing. Not amazing. Oh, I forgot to color Armin's tail. Unless I just hit the layer, I just hit the layer. Okay, Aria, thanks for stopping by. See you next time. I was about to wrap up, but since we have raiders, I'll draw one more and then I'll wrap up. Cause I have to go to the doctor. It's 7 AM. It's currently 12:30 AM. Am I gonna get any sleep at all? Probably not. I honestly don't know how I'm gonna sleep with the ear thing. You know what's even worse? I normally sleep on my left side, and it's my left ear that's... it's my left ear that hurts. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Aw, pigs! I love pigs. Pigs are such an underrated mascot. I feel like so many VTubers. Well, not so many VTubers, but I've seen so many VTubers with other animals like cows, hamsters. Never pigs. Never pigs. I need to connect with other pig lovers just like myself. Where can I find them? Where are they? Where can I find them? No, that's kind of cute. Okay, wait, let me round out the body a little bit. I am a pig engineer. They're just so round and they're so cute. Have you guys have you guys ever seen a piglet? Like a small pig? Hi, Mabel, welcome. How are you doing? They're the cutest things you would ever see. Baby. Okay, I think Plant wanted to sprout in... hold on, let me check my... Yeah, they wanted to sprout. Okay, and then what else? Okay, I think that's it. I know what a sprout looks like. I've played Final Fantasy 14. Like that. Yes, 10 over 10. Okay. If you guys could pick any animal in the world as a pet, what would it be? Like, if we let's not talk about like laws. Let's not talk about what's legally possible. If you could pick any one animal to domesticize? I don't know if that's the word. If you could pick any one animal to keep as a pet, what would it be? Domesticate! That does sound like the word. What would it be? Because I mean, I probably would pick a mini pig, but you can already have a pig as a pet in Japan. I actually saw a couple with a pig as a pet, and they were like pushing it in a stroller at one of the stations near Tokyo. I was like, that's so cute. If only I was socially inept, I would have asked them if I could like pet the pig, but I was shy and I didn't. But yeah, if you guys should just pick anyone. Let's not talk about laws or like, possibility. Like, if you could just choose anyone, what would it be? Ooh, like a bear. Why can't I move this? Bear is a pretty good choice. Why can't I move this? What? This is the layer, right? What? What? Oh, it's auto-selecting. I see what's going on here. I wonder what I would pick. What is an animal that is super cute to me? But like, it's not... Like, you can't really be doing that. I wonder. Okay, if I had to pick something really out there... Jump. Oh, the command is exclamation jump. But how they welcome? Okay, that's a good question. Maybe something like, a sea otter. I would want to keep a sea otter as a pet because they're so cute. I love sea otters. They're so cute. Yeah, that's okay. Final answer. Final answer. I would like to keep a sea otter as a pet. Oh, an orca. Ooh, that would be huge. That would be huge to take care of. Very good choice. I would also say one of those what are they called? Do you guys know what it's called? Like the happiest animal in the world? Have you guys seen those? The one that's kind of like always smiling? Do you guys know that one? What is it called? It's from Australia, I think. Oh, wait, let me Google. No, not an axolotl. Oh, you would have an axolotl? Good choice. I think you can have an axolotl, though. Quokka, yes. Yes, I would like me one of those. I'd also like one of those, you know, foxes that you see in Antarctica where they're like completely white. I'm not sure if it's called like a snow fox, but I will like that. I will like that. It sounds like it'd be so cute. Capybara. Have you met a met is kind of like a weird way to say it, but have you seen a capybara? Like, have you pet one before? The first time I pet a capybara, I was like, wow, that's not as soft as I was expecting. Yes, isn't it like a bit of a shock when you first pet them? You're like, oh, I thought they were softer than this. But man, they get so huge. Ooh, wombats. Isn't a capybara a big rat? Yes, capybaras are the world's largest rodent. They are technically part of the rodent family. I learned this from an episode of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. So cute. But yeah, they are actually the world's largest rodent. What else? What else would I want to keep as a pet? They aren't? Are you sure? Have you pet a stingray? I have pet a stingray, but only at one of those aquarium type things. I haven't pet one in the wild. But also something tells me you shouldn't be petting them in the wild. I don't know. If there's a larger rodent than the capybara, please let me know, because I'd be very shook. I'd be very shook. Yeah, no, petting a wild one would be crazy. But yes, the capybara is the largest living rodent in the world. Yeah, they're closely related to guinea pigs. Very interesting. But yeah, they are classified as rodents. Okay, because I was about to say, if there's like a bigger one than a capybara, I'm out. Like that, that's too huge. That's too big. Are plants considered as pets? I'd count it. You know what you should keep as a pet is like a plant. You should keep a Rafflesia. Wild. You can constantly be stinky. Constantly. Unlock this. Nope. There we go. Oh, a crow or a raven. Is Seion Aera a pet? Wild question to ask. Wild question to come in here with. I'm surprised none of you have said cat girls yet. Oh, a Venus flytrap. I kind of understand. I don't have like, what's it called? Like a green thumb. I can't. I simply cannot. I have killed every single plant that I've come into contact with. It's not great. Hello, Orca. Welcome. I saw you received your merch. Orange. I hope you enjoy your plushie. Hello? Oh, thank you for the resub, Dr. Sheffico. Hope all is well. I have what is probably an ear infection. Will it be mold? Will it be bacteria? Stay tuned. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. Other than that, I'm pretty good though. I grew an orange tree from the seed of an orange I ate and it's already 2 years. Oh! Do you think it'll grow into a big orange tree? I think it's because no, it was the I don't use the scissors in my left ear. I only use the scissors in my right. Because my left ear is weird and I know that. So unfortunately, it is the other ear. Unfortunately, it is the other ear. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about that. Is it the bad ear? It's the bad ear, yeah. I normally only use my scissors on my good ear. Hospital! Yeah, I'm going tomorrow. Because the last time I took too much time to go to the hospital, the mold infection got worse. So this time, I'm going to be smart about it. I'm hoping you can plant in a bigger pot outside or outside it grows into a big tree. Oh, your family's allergic to citrus? No! I hope they allow you to keep the tree, though. Because, yeah, the most annoying things... Because, see, the reason I don't go to the doctor normally is because for most illnesses, like for something as simple as a fever or a cold, for the most part, you can just get over it yourself. Like, you do heal on your own. But for ear infections, some ear infections, they do heal on their own, but mold infections don't. And at this point, I don't know if it's mold or not, or if it's a normal ear infection, but I'm not gonna take the chance. I'm not gonna take the chance of waiting that long. David, follow, welcome. How are you doing? I feel like it'd be a lot safer if I just go now. If they tell me it's not, and then they'll just give me medicine, I'll take it. And then if they tell me that it is, at least they can deal with it on the spot. So, cause yeah, mold infections, they take a long time to heal. A long time. Wouldn't be the first time I've had mold though. Yeah, I don't take the chance. You've had ear problems ever since you left the Navy? Is it something to do with like pressure or water? Because I have what I think is called swimmer's ear, but I'm not a swimmer. I just have had a lot of ear problems in my left ear ever since I was a child. So it's just one of those things that I kind of deal with. So every once in a while something will happen. I'll either get a small growth in my ear, or I'll hear sounds that I'm not supposed to hear, stuff like that. I've gotten mostly used to it. It's just that the mold infection is the most annoying one to deal with. By far, it's the most annoying one to deal with. Now that you mention it, I can't remember the last time I went to the doctor for something health related. Exactly! I never go to the doctor for something like as simple as a cold. Almost never. The only times I go is when it's something that has, like, you can't heal it on its own. Or you can't heal it without antibiotics, like something like an infection. That's basically the only time I ever choose to go to the doctor. It's like, okay, give me the meds. Give it to me. I guess I went to the dentist. You are braver than I am. You're so much braver than I am. Oh, it's being around jets and air. So it is an ear pressure thing. I do think you do become more susceptible to that. Susceptible. That is a word, yes, susceptible. If you used to go to the doctor because they just shoot me out of their... Yeah, exactly! Especially when you have a cold. Or it's like something simple, like relatively simple. Like, they just be like, yeah, okay, get some rest. Here's your medicine. I'll see you never. You know, it's like there's no point. There's really just no point. So I just... Oh, that's not. That is very much not. Yeah, there's just really no point going. So normally if it's a cold, I do try to like get over it myself. Why is my drag tool not working properly? That is so annoying. Why? Yes, there we go. Okay. But yeah, for ear infections, if you do need medical attention, unfortunately. If it is an ear infection. You do need medical attention because if you don't, like a fungal infection, especially if it's fungus, it doesn't go away on its own. If it's a normal ear infection, it does though. The problem is that as of today, I don't know what I have yet. I'm only assuming it's mold because I've got it once before. But I am going to err on the side of caution and just go and see what they say. Also because it does hurt like a good bit. Okay, there we go. So cute! Okay. Me and my mom are pharmacists, so even for more severe stuff, we usually self-medicate. I don't know, I feel like something like an ear infection, though, you do kind of need a specialist. Right? Someone told you put... The doctor told you put olive oil... that's not... The doctor told you to put olive oil? That is wild. Thank you, the foul squid. That is absolutely wild. That sounds like something I would say. Me, you should put olive oil in your ear. You should put scissors in your ear. Oh, like a wisdom tooth. Yeah, because like I feel like for a dentist and for dentist and like ear related illnesses, that you do need a specialist. Like those are like the categories of things that for the most part they don't really heal on their own. But if it's something like a cold, I'm not going to the doctor for that. Unless I need a doctor's note. If I need a doctor's note, then I do kind of have to go. But I often don't need a doctor's note, so... I'll use antibacterial drops. See, that's a problem. If you have a fungal infection, you cannot use antibacterial eardrops. It'll make it worse. And I know that because the very first time I thought I had something wrong with my ear, I went to the doctor, like the very first clinic that wasn't like specialized in ears. They were just like a general practitioner. They gave me antibacterial eardrops. And then I used that for about a couple of days, like 3 days before I could finally go to my hospital appointment with a specialist. And yeah, my specialist was like, "Oh, you were using antibacterial eardrops? Yeah, you shouldn't have used that. That does kind of make it worse." Because if I know what I have is bacteria, then it's fine. But I can't see the inside of my ear. I don't know what I have, so I can't really like self-diagnose the problem. So I do kind of need the doctor to diagnose it for me. And then if they say it's bacteria, then I'm like, okay. But if it's fungus, that is a bigger problem. Yeah, it could also be cheese. It could also, yeah, you're right. It could also be cheese. Do you get it often from using headphones too much? Maybe. I do use more. Oh, that's not. I do use earphones a lot. That could be the cause, but like I said, I just generally have had a lot of health problems with my right ear ever since birth. So I do think a lot of it is sorry. I do think a lot of it is just yeah, there's just a lot of things wrong with it. Are pharmacies strict with prescriptions? I have no idea, because this is the first time I'm gonna have to go to the doctor ever since moving here. So we're gonna see. Too much moisture, maybe. I do have really wet ears. Like I said, there's always been problems with my left ear. I always get like growths and water bubbles, like painful water bubbles. This is pretty commonplace for me. Like it happens a lot. It happens all the time. It's not that rare of an occurrence. Like I said, when I was a baby, I had surgery on my left ear once for the same problem, and it just I guess it just has a higher percentage of recurring ever since then. So I'm pretty much used to it. But we will see. I will let you guys know tomorrow, and we will see. Okay. I think that's all I'm gonna do for today. I have to wake up early for the doctor tomorrow, and it's almost 1 a.m. So I gotta go to bed. Okay, how many do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We've crossed the 10 mark. No, they all look so cute. This one too. Okay, if you guys haven't redeemed your pigs yet, you can do that. You can do that in the channel redeems. You don't have to do it today. We're gonna have many more drawing streams, so you can do it in the future if you want. Don't worry, you won't miss out on it. As long as you come to multiple streams, you should be able to redeem it just fine. And yes. So yeah, we're about to head out. I'll see you guys next time on Saturday. Saturday is going to be Subnautica. I'm gonna do like a quick look tomorrow. If everyone says that it's super buggy, it's unplayable, then maybe I won't do it. But if everyone seems like they're having fun, we will probably just continue with Subnautica on Saturday. I don't think my ear will get bad. Famous last words. I don't think you'll get to the point where like, wow, it's so painful, I can't stream. I don't think it's gonna get to that point, so we should be okay. Okay. I will see you guys again on Saturday. Thank you all so much for coming. Those of you gonna sleep, good night. Have a good night. Those of you not, have a good rest of your day. And I will see you guys again on Saturday. Otsera. Good night, Nebulites.